didn't do, drop our stream. That's right, Matt number 2, talking to you on Flow Grappling. We pay for this bullshit. I just want to let you know that when we do this stream, we make sure that we don't drop any frames. However, I will reserve judgment that we can actually drop frames in the future. All I'm saying is, we're watching ADCC, and you're watching the Grappling Hour. What is up, everybody? It is your friendly neighborhood BJJ podcaster, Rafa Esparza, in the newest hour of our ADCC East Coast Trials coverage. That's right. We took a short break, but we're all the better for it. And I want to say this to you guys. We enjoy you being here, but we also love if you give us a like and a share. Since we have to do a new one of these things every 4 hours or so, it means a lot if you go ahead and tell people to tune in, watch along with us, and have some fun. And really what I'm saying to you guys is we enjoy your comments. So also talk to us in the comment section, let us know what's happening, and tell us what it is that you're feeling and thinking as the show is going on. But yes, we have all 5 mats that are going on our video wall. We cannot put them on air for you because, it's like a legal thing. You're not supposed to do it. I'd love to do it, but it's just not right. So I'm going to tell you guys right now, we got some of the ladies who are taking the mats. Very excited for that. Friend of the show. We got Sears happening on mat number 5. Oh, Fatima Klein on fucking mat number 4. She is a beast. I love Fatima Klein. She actually was just on the recent edition of the Verbal Tap podcast, and she is a sweetheart. She's taking on Kevin's picks this week, and I got to tell you, she might be the biggest Rose Namajunas fan I think I've ever met. She's awesome. So really hoping for good things. Can I just go off on a real quick little rant here? If you're just tuning in, I understand where you may be coming from on this issue. You're probably just going to hear me preaching to the choir, but you do understand that every guy who wins first place will go to the ADCC. That's what happens. You win, you get your bid. The women will not. Did you know that? You probably do, but that's some bullshit. So they're saying it's a numbers issue. But the thing is, if the women win, they then get the opportunity to be flown to California to compete in a good seed for the main ADCC West Coast Trials, which some bullshit, if we're being honest. And I know these things are hard to pull off, and Fatima Klein was looking to attack that leg. I just want to make sure that you guys understand that not only is this bullshit of the highest degree, but, I love that they're complimenting themselves on saying, well, we're giving them airfare and we're going to cover their travel. Cool. Why even do it? Might as well just fucking show up for the West Coast Trials. So this is a fucking silly thing that we're making the ladies do, and I have the utmost respect for the ladies who are competing in this. Having said that, when you say that it's a numbers thing, okay, do you really think that females are going to show up in mass to a trials in which they are not actually going to get the bid? I would tell you this right now. I would wonder if that has an effect on it. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But I feel pretty strongly in thinking that, yeah, if I'm a lady who wants to compete in this, I might as well just go to the fucking West Coast Trials and screw this. So that's what I got for you guys. Anyway, I hope that you feel the same. Again, I know I'm probably preaching to the choir because you guys probably feel a similar way. Nonetheless, Fatima Klein happening. She is playing on top. Leg is under duress for Sharp. However, Fatima looking very good on her passing. Doesn't really care. Leg might be a little compromised, but she's doing an excellent job of making sure her leg is going to stay safe, and she is out of danger for the immediate time. But she may trade positions and start to try to attack here on her own. Now, she is a combat jiu-jitsu winner, and I still love the fact that she is getting it out here and mixing it on up as she has an emerging MMA career as well. So I like that. I would say to you, though, she now may be going for this foot. Oh, does she have an inside heel hook here? She might. It's not a done deal. This action has ended. What the fuck does that mean? Mat 2. God damn it. Every time they do this, mat number 2 is always the goddamn worst. And it really pisses me off. I really am trying to see action happening on. Oh, Kendall's coming up right now. Mat number 1, mat number 2. Nowhere to be found. It's mat 3. How does this keep happening? I don't want the flow zone. Stop it. Mat 2. No, just, you know what? Fuck it. You just made the list. Ladies and gents, if you missed our first 4 hours, you missed our conspiracy board. What's a conspiracy board? Well, if you ask people who follow QAnon, it's fact. So I guess we can treat this as fact too. Last time we tried to figure out what's wrong with flow grappling. And we went through and we charted it out. And we realized there's, flow grappling owned by the man. Also Big Acai. And also Big Jesus. Big Jesus is a huge problem for it. So we basically mapped out a conspiracy board. Oh no, Fatima, no! Fatima's got her back taken. Let's work out of there. Kendall's also working off her back in closed guard, but very excited to see her go to work. She is awesome. So now we're going to ask, why does mat number 2 suck? And on this one, I'd love for you guys to give in your suggestions as to why we try to figure out here why mat number 2 sucks major. And I think, did Sharp end up getting the submission? No, she's raising her back up. So, no, we are still in this bitch. Let us go. I think that might be overtime. All right, so my question for you, Octavio, is producer, director extraordinaire, Octavio Villanueva, OV Films. What is one reason why mat 2 suck? Okay, shitty cameras. I'm also going to put security cameras because it looks like a security camera. It's actually gone into the night vision multiple times. Yes, Trinity Pun just showed up, but she's going against Clay. So, again, cannot take your eyes off of the mats for too long. I think mat 2 is still missing. Shitty cameras, night vision. I'm also going to add another one over here as to why it does suck, just so you guys know. We're going to be mapping this all day long. But I'm going to put a thing here. I'm going to say, I'm going to put on there, didn't color correct. No color correction. Can't prove it is, but can't prove that they did. You know why? Because it's not fucking on. So look, shitty cameras, night vision, no color correction. And they could prove us wrong if it just existed, but it doesn't. And you know what? Y'all pay fucking money for this shit. I think I do too. Yes. Maybe. Trinity's got that triangle. Ooh, triangle into an armbar. I think she might have this one locked up. Good on her. Oh, she gets the tap on that one over Clay. Well done there, Trinity. Trinity put up a really nice thing recently. She just remembered that she was like, yeah, I remembered being interviewed and Raph was commentating and this, and I was like, oh, that's really sweet. So she is dope AF. Love the hell out of one Trinity Pun. So we're going to put up this stream in just a second, but we hope that you're enjoying these festivities. Talk to us in the comment section. Feel free to at us. You know, most people say, don't at me, bro. You can at me, bro. Perfectly fine here as we do all of our nonsense. Fatima Klein coming up 2-0. Loving that. I'm going to check the chat to make sure we haven't missed anybody. But yeah, feel free to talk to us throughout the day. We just saw a submission happen here on mat number 3. I'm going to see if we can get a name on that one. It looks like that is Novak. Jay Novak getting the advancement on that one. Fatima Klein with 22 seconds, if she maintains her lead, will advance to the next level of the game. So, enjoying that. We also ask if you guys like what we're doing, give us a like and a share. We'll give you a cheers on air. It's a pretty simple thing. But love seeing you, love hearing from y'all. It has been a great day for grappling thus far in. Kendall is still going strong, though. Kendall is still in the middle of a 0-0 match, but she is looking like she may get some points here if she can maintain that mount. And Fatima Klein is going to advance. Congratulations to her. Much love to her. Let me see. Mat number 2 might be back up, though. Let me see what we got going on. I'm going to pull that up right now. Mat number 2. Let's pull that one on. Here we go. Love y'all. Having a great day for grappling. Hope you're enjoying your day. I know I am. Got some more things going on. Johnson Wisman happening on mat number 2, which, by the way, is finally back up. Oh, so good. Thank you for the coffee to our good friend Octavio, who was able to refill my cup mid-roll. Kerrigan did. Oh, this is so nice. All right. Talk to me. Let me know what you're thinking and feeling as we go throughout the day. All right. I see that. I got a couple notes from y'all. I'm trying to catch up on everything that we've been doing thus far in. We've got some of you guys who have been sending in notes, but also, like, we get notes everywhere, so I'm trying to keep up with everything. So my apologies if I take a second to recalibrate and get everything on in order. Does look like we have an advancement. Again, mat 3 is good. I think Kendall in her match is now going to overtime. I like the name for the one on mat 4 is Jay Hurt. It sounds like an incomplete sentence. Jay Hurt who? Jay Hurt, whoever's in your way. Jay Hurt, whoever in your way. It's actually probably the smartest way of branding it. Jay Hurt who? Whoever in my way. Exactly. Fuck y'all. Meet me outside. So we've been doing this for a bit, and I've been enjoying your notes throughout. But one thing that has been consistent has been, I think, the amount of anticipation that people have had in terms of wanting a tournament like this to be back. So we've had to do, I don't know, a full year of no ADCC because of the pandemic, and it has been kind of a bummer. But it is kind of nice to have everybody all back in a competing area like this. Like, we really haven't even scratched the surface on the full form of competition. We still haven't even seen everybody. So we're now just barely getting to those other divisions, which means maybe things move a little faster. It's 12:44 on Best Coast time, so we're hoping that this thing speeds and trugs along as soon as possible because, Jesus Christ, it's been going on forever. I'll ask this. Look at this.
Are they done with the men altogether?
I don't think they're done with the men's. I think we still have work to do. But again, could be wrong. They might just be trying to give a slight break to the proceedings. I also am usually the last person to know. That's just kind of what I assume on this broadcast, is that other people know what the fuck's going on except for us, and then we just kind of figure it out as we go. But yes, we also want to give some shout outs to our friends. I'm going to go and actually include. We're back up. Octavio, what has been your favorite part of the day so far? Coffee and burritos. Okay. I was hoping it was going to be more like jiu-jitsu based.
I was gonna say Keith, but I didn't see his match.
It was like a ghost.
It was like a ghost. He
just came in.
Out and I never actually even saw him on the screen, so I can't even say that.
I think we're getting a call right now. Who is calling in right now? Michael Courier's coming back in. Yes, that's right. Michael Courier is in charge of looking over the ladies' divisions. So I'm very excited to hear what information he may have for us. Let's go ahead and bring on, returning back from Impact Jiu-Jitsu, our friend, Mike Courier. Mike, do you have a camera with you by any chance? Is he assigned on that? Mike, do you have video going on? All right, we're going to work through some of these technical issues. May have to ask Mike to exit and re-enter the room. Part 2. Going down live. That's fine. We'll see him back in a few, I'm sure. Boom. All right. Talk to us. We just put up the link for part 2 in the Instagrams. You kids, the TikTok. Oh, Kat Zagano. Kat Zagano, also, I believe, a previous ADCC competitor, if memory serves me right. Oh, it gonna be real aggressive, which is dope. So, very excited for this match. Durkee and Jones happening on mat 5. I think I hear him again. Let's see if we can bring him into the show this time. I'll do a plug here in just a second. We're going to go ahead and bring back on our good friend, Michael Courier. Michael, do you hear me, sir? Mike, do you have a picture? Because I can't even hear you right now. Interesting. Don't know exactly what's happening on that side. We're going to try and troubleshoot that as we go along. But should be back on the air, hopefully. He's gone again. Uh-oh. We'll see what he has to say in a little bit of time. My apologies for those of you waiting. We didn't change any of the settings, right? Tell you what, let's do this. Do you mind coming out here while we switch? You say a couple words to these people? I know you'd prefer not to, but I got to fix that on my side. Just tell them you're... I know. No, we're definitely revealing too much
here. Okay, good people of the podcast land. Let's see. I'll do some play-by-play here. We got Kendall on top on mat 1. Can't tell anything that's happening in mat 2. Top position by blue corner in mat 3. Passing. Now she has side control. Can't tell who it is because you have the name cut off. Let's see. We got Kat Zagano on top position on mat 4. Looking for maybe a Darce. Let's see. Is he in there now? Don't know yet. It says he's in the green room. Do you have any image on him yet?
I'm signing. I don't see him with an image.
Yeah. Maybe try resending him that link for the ecam possibly.
Yeah. Oh, it could be
I mean, he's joining, so that means it's still connecting.
I don't know how that's happening.
We got Jay Patrick and K Peak on mat 2. A stiff arm. That is an aggressive match already. I noticed that some of these matches start so aggressively and then they peter out like almost a minute in of like, okay, now that we've got our aggression out in the first minute, let's cool this down. Let's go back to technique again. Wow, really good takedown on mat 4. Looks like mat 5 is over. Looks like Lee Jones from Black Hole to advance with a score of 3-0. In what sense?
Like, what is still left out there that you want to see? I know Keith is one of them.
Man, I have no idea who is in this, like, of the people I know, but I just hope that everyone that I know advances to the finals and then they destroy each other in the finals. With love. With aggressive cuddles. It's like Kendall reusing is trying to set up a arm triangle from Mount on mat 1. A minute and 50 seconds, a good amount of time to potentially work this choke. Foster sees it, she's turning. And Kendall goes right back to side controls to flying her back out again. Is it on him? Okay. Tag in.
I'll tag you back in. Thank you, sir.
I did my part.
Good job, Octavia. Yay! Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up. Sexual chocolate, everybody. Sexual chocolate.
Thunderous clap for the gods.
You know, it's one of those things where when people just come in, they kind of go, man, this is a really professional gig. You guys are clapping for people. Props to.
You have sound effects in here.
Oh,
There's an applause.
I know there is an applause button. Absolutely. You know, there is actually this too, where I can play these sounds, and there is an applause button on here too. Yeah, I try.
Not just too campy.
I'm not against it. It's just I'm not doing it now.
Yeah.
So Laura Kent happening mat 5. She is under the side control of Boras. Meanwhile, Zingano is going to go to overtime in her match, and we're waiting for Jay Patrick and Peak. Peak indeed. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and send a note.
I'm pretty sure Kendall's been working that arm triangle for
Yeah.
majority of 2 minutes.
Let's go ahead and see what's happening here. Perhaps restart everything. All right. Tried that. And we have, man, a submission. Congrats to Boras. All right. The gents are back up on mat number 5. I'll get you some names in a second here. But interesting. Is that another, like, is that Kendall's sister? The one here? Because she has the same last name. I can't.
Is it real?
And she's a Gracie, yeah.
I think she does have a sister.
She does have a sister, okay.
I think their whole family are grapplers.
That
And
makes
her dad's
sense.
a black belt and stuff like that.
Dope. Love it. Love it. All right, let me see what's happening here. Going to double check and make sure. John, I know you asked a question. I'm going to get to it right now. The question you asked was, can you explain overtime? Is it first point wins? Technically, it's not. I believe the overtime is just a period of 3 minutes in which, yeah, if you score, that's cool. But it says, yeah, it's Emma, Kendall's sister. Thank you, John. But yeah, I think it's mostly just you have that extra 3 minutes to do your work. So let me see if I can get you some more information. Mat number 3, that's, is that Jeffrey L? Yes, it is. And A. Elgort, which crazy name. North-South choke on the Zingano match. Ooh, that looks unpleasant. K. Smith not enjoying it. It says flow grappling just the tied at us. Weird. Oh, they threw a tied ad? Ugh. I'm glad I'm not really paying attention to what they're doing. Luis Quinones is back on mat number 2. I guess he's going up against Dylan Marsh. Is that his name? D-Boy? I think that's how I know him. But Luis Quinones, no stranger to excellent work. Dude is a savage, just represented the country on the UWW Worlds.
Oh, cool. Rhodes in the top left.
Rhodes, thank you. Rhodes Faraday, yes, indeed. And she is in on a good Kimura here. We'll see what she's able to do with it. Zingano, still waiting to make this happen. Yeah, Kat's got the back. She's up 4-0 with the overtime. Things are looking very positively for her Quinones now working off the back, maybe trying to get a triangle here. Let's see what he can do. Meanwhile, I think Jeff Riel is going to advance. Congrats to him.
Yeah, he just finished.
He got a submission. That's what's up.
It would have really cool if Rose also got a submission just now.
That would actually be really dope.
Very power couple move.
The couple that submits together does something.
Yeah.
Cat now is up 7-0, gets the win in overtime. Congratulations to Cat Zingano. Luis Quinones working from inside of his half. Nick a little in danger here, but I think it's really going to depend on where Marsh ends up. If he gets to that mount, this is a way worse position, but for right now, he should be okay. We'll see how this continues to play out, though. I hear a call. Let's see if Courier is going to be able to come through.
Hey, I see him.
All right, ladies and gents, let's go ahead and welcome back to the show your friend and mine. Oh, hold on. Waiting. Anticipation. Building. Continuing. And it's about to go. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the show from Impact Jiu-Jitsu 1, Michael Courier. Mike, how you doing, sir?
Hey, Rap, we're still having some audio issue with you. I can't hear you.
That's very interesting. I don't know how that is.
And you're not totally silent. You're just very quiet. That's all.
Okay, I'll go up a little bit louder, even though the people in the
All
broadcast.
right, I'll just lean in close, and then I'll back up and I'll talk.
Love it.
I can accommodate.
Right now, we have your pal, Anthony Burchak, going up against Gianni Grippo. What can you tell us that
what
we
a
should
match,
expect from
right?
that match,
What
sir?
a match that is. Trying to let's try to manage this and manage that. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Perfect. They got it on the flow zone.
By the way, it's still the worst title we could ever have for a
It's
brand.
not great.
So
I can think of, yeah, it's
what
not great.
What are we going to expect from this match? You know Tony pretty well, and
I do.
Grippo's a
beast. I cornered Tony last 2 weeks ago at Third Coast, and we talked a lot about what the game plan was going to be. I think Third Coast is a good job of getting guys ready for the ADCC by having the points in play. So the biggest thing with Tony is making sure that he doesn't let his emotions get too into it. He's really good. He's very aggressive, but sometimes he runs himself into trouble. And so we really got to focus on him playing a smart game. I think Tony's pathway to victory for the whole night or the whole day is going to be his patience and his wrestling. I think if he tries to get into too many, back and forth grappling exchanges, he's going to get caught up. But if he's aggressive in a way that he extracts himself, like right now, and just is kind of doing that Nicky Rodriguez type thing where he just kind of gets the heck out of there, or Pat Downey, right? You put Pat Downey in a bad spot, and he just doesn't comply. And so I wish Tony would do a little bit more of that. I think he gets in the habit of politely escaping. And I don't want him to be polite. I want him to get the crap out of there.
I have some bad news for you. I may be in the future, but he did try a non-polite escape out and did not work. So it does look like Gianni Grippo gets a submission over Anthony Burchak, friend of the show. So congrats to Gianni.
Okay. I just saw the not polite escape, and it was not polite.
He did do what you asked him to do.
He did. A little too late, though. I think that I watched I'm probably 30 seconds behind you. I watched the climb, and I think that's where Anthony got a little bit too patient, was on the climb up to the back. And then once you have the body triangle in, I mean, we've seen it happen over and over again where the slams just loosen your chin and it makes the choke usually go in pretty tight. So the biggest issue for me with Anthony was Anthony missed his first match. He ended up getting a walkover. It was a no-show or something happened with his opponent. So it just sucks to go out there, get past the first round without fighting, and then having a not great showing in your second one. So I'm sure he's going to be taking that pretty hard, but he'll be back.
I don't think he's going anywhere. And now that he's doing more jiu-jitsu events, I'm pretty sure we're going to see more of him, which is always great to see. Did you give him that clue? Because that finisher that he was doing right there, that he was trying to do with Gianni Grippo, looked reminiscent of a pro wrestling move, and I was very, very proud if that was part of your coaching.
I just think, hey, listen, you make it. It's kind of funny, but like my experience in stunt work and all this stuff, you learn the right way to fall. So if I know the right way to fall, I know the wrong way to make you fall. And so you can make your slams way more effective by just knowing how to break those rules of keeping your guys safe. I think that it's kind of counterintuitive, but yeah, I mean, Anthony did everything right there. It was a face plant. It was pretty aggressive. He actually missed his own face, which is hard to do, and it just didn't quite. Hey, Grippo's tough. He has a really good grip bow.
I want to make sure that people know a couple things are happening. You've got Cruz and Battle happening on mat number 2. Runner John, or Jenner John, is back. Then over on mat number 3, you've got Isaac Cordova, Dova Dog, who is always good for matches. So there is all of that. No, I was just going to compliment you because, you are aware of pro wrestling moves.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you. I'm going to credit you with that sort of like finishing move like maneuver that he was trying to pull off there.
Yeah. Hey, I'm a child of the 80s. We had the traveling Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. Each family would get it one time, and we'd rotate from house to house to house. So, oh yeah. I go back.
It's part of the reason why I feel like your actual movement, your style lends itself very well. And I know, Gabe Total is also on here. So just making sure everybody could see that. And Tagalog and Major are also on your screens as well. But no, your style, your movement is so good. I always love watching it. But getting to train with you, I could also see where your gymnastics and all your other stuff, you just have a great sense of proxemics, the ability to know where you are at any given time. So
I think that I really try to reinforce that with my guys. We do a lot more of me moving around you and less of me trying to move you. So if I can keep you where you are and I can manipulate you by moving around you, that's always what I'm shooting for. So it makes it for a little bit different. It's almost like you're playing 2 different sports, and I love that.
And it does look like Battle is out. Cruz is going to advance. Congratulations to him. I do want to point this out, though, because you do have that acumen, and I do appreciate it. But, I'm glad to be in a rare, distinguished crowd to have wins over you via pro wrestling moves. So it's me and Craig Jones. Is there any more that I need to know about?
That's it. Literally, people have tried, but nobody has the technical skills that you two both possess. I was dumbfounded to look at you. It's not very threatening, but man, in the pro wrestling rule set, you just dominate. It's crazy.
It is the worst move to be put in. So the worst part is I looked at you and I was like, he's actually kind of bendy, so I could probably do this to a little bit of an extent. And afterwards, you're like, no, it's good. I go, oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Wanted to make sure.
Hey, at least you were like, Craig fell on me to the point where Craig almost gave up the goose and like quit the technique video because he felt so bad with how much weight. And I offered no resistance. It was like a slinky just getting mauled. It was awful.
Well, see, the first time is always nice, especially when
Gabe,
we've never met, or, like in person, or we've never done this sort of a thing, especially this kind of a gimmick. But then I looked over and I go, yeah, he's handling it pretty well. He's actually selling this pretty good. All right.
Yeah.
So now I know for next time I'll just lean back further.
Yeah, exactly.
What have you been expecting? Have you seen a good match that has been like the top of your list so far? Has there been something that's really grabbed your attention thus far in the show?
Yeah, I mean, again, I go back to, it doesn't seem like there's anything that has been unexpected, especially within the 77. I was floored by Elias Anderson going out in the first round.
I know.
I mean, that was like, when I saw him, I think when they posted the odds, he was pretty far down. And there's some guys that he had beaten pretty easily who were favored above him. And I thought that was just crazy. Elias, he's a quiet dude, but his jiu-jitsu is unbelievable. And to see him go out like that really shocked me. And I think it just shows that, it's you have to play to the rule set. And you have to come at the tournament with the rule set in mind. And you can have a sub-only style all you want. Not that he does, but you can have a sub-only style all you want and go into a points tournament and they, and have this idea that you can be up or you can be down 20-0, but if I get a sub, I'm still going to win. It doesn't work like that. I think you have to play the game you're playing and not try to do your game. At combat, I learned I can't just do my jiu-jitsu at combat. Like, I have to do combat jiu-jitsu in combat. And so you really have to come prepared for the game you're playing. And I think that's where you see guys like Pat Downey, do well, because they're coming into it with like, hey, I'm going to be an aggressive wrestler. And, Nick Rodriguez kind of paved the way for them. Hey, be aggressive. Don't handle, don't be polite in your escapes, rip through people and be a bully. And not always, but it tends to work.
And questionably be on steroids? I know.
If you're not trying hard enough.
I've never seen a tournament that's been more, don't.
But I feel like at no point in the history of the tournament have they ever been like, listen, our guys are not on anything. Like,
I hear you. I just love explaining this to other people when they go, oh, so do you guys test? No. Do you guys care?
Well, yeah.
Not really. Hey, congratulations, Dovadog, picking up a win. And also, over on the mat number 3, Jay Norton advancing via what looked like an awesome, I think a heel hook, almost knee bar kind of combination. So congrats to those folks happening right there. So,
man, I love Dova.
Dova's great, man.
Such a nice guy. I mean, I rolled with him out at Tempe Orange. It would have been back in January, I think. And, I got there and I was rolling some guys and everyone said, hey, make sure you grab Isaac, grab Isaac. And he and I had a roll. He beat me up a bunch. And then he told me that he's going to be in the combat bracket with me. He was going to do the trials, the 10th Planet qualifier. Then he won that and made it to the event. So, I love that guy. He's got a great style. I hope he does really well today.
What a great way to end that conversation, by the way, to be like, oh, that was fun. Also, I'm in the tournament.
Yeah, exactly. I loved it. I think that like it's just such a like I'm not the hungry young kid coming up. Like I've always been just like, hey, like, I'm here. This is awesome. I work hard. I train hard. I fight hard. But I just don't have that kind of like, hey, I'm the next big thing kind of mentality. I did when I wrestled in high school. When I was younger, I had that. So I can see where these guys have that. And you need it. You have to have that drive. And you have to have that that little bit of something in your head saying you're the best in the world, and convince yourself of that. And it goes a long way.
I mean, I appreciate your competitive sense, which is, you take your wins in stride, your losses in stride, and you just kind of go like, hey, listen, I'm not going to pretend like this didn't happen. I'm not going to pretend like that didn't happen. And when you win, you're usually pretty like, that's dope. And to me, I'm like, yo, that's dope. That's where you need to be,
Yeah. And I think that like, I've always thought it was a weird thing when guys will talk poorly of their competitors. I just beat this guy and he didn't deserve to be in there with me. And all that does is lessen your win, right? Like, I think that ultimately, like we're trying to fight the best guys out there and we want to have tough matches. I don't think anybody wants an easy match. And I think you go out there and to think that somebody is not going to catch me is crazy, right? Like, I mean, you go out there and you got a guy who's just as good as you, or maybe even a little bit less than you, and he can catch you and you can have an off night, or he's just better than you. And I've always thought it was weird to not be able to just admit that somebody's better than you. So,
especially even on that night, like you don't have to go home and think that this dude's going to beat you at like, I don't know, Candyland the next day. You can just be like, yeah, this dude beat me today. Like, all right, it fucking sucks.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he beat me, but can he do a backflip? Probably not.
For sure. Cannot do a backflip.
So I've always got that going for me.
Have you ever thought about celebrating one of your wins via backflip? Because we're seeing two people in the cage tonight on the UFC who are known for doing backflips off the cage.
So this has always been like not like a hot topic, but so historically I would do a backflip after I won. Only if it was a professional event and never in a tournament. So like if I go out there and I do jiu-jitsu overtime and I beat Marcelo Cohen, I would never do a backflip to celebrate a first round win, right? Like it is, I usually reserve it for like a fight to win, submission underground, things like that where, you are being an entertainer. And so I'm very vocal to my team, both the adults and the kids, that there's no celebration. Like when you win, like you act like you were supposed to win. You're very humble. And so the adults get it. The kids say, hey, Coach Mike, we saw you do a backflip. You're not supposed to celebrate. And so, but it's about just understanding the difference between a local tournament or a non-professional event and then entertainment, you know? And so ultimately, like the entertainment factor for Fight to Win and Submission Underground, you kind of add, you add a little bit of pizzazz to it, I guess. And that's okay. But even so, like I just posted my win at one of the Fight to Wins, and I Aoki locked the kid, did a backflip, realized he was hurt, and then I immediately dropped to one knee, and I'm like waiting for him to get up and make sure he's okay, So the level of respect has to be there, but I do want to do a backflip all the time.
Listen, dude, if I were you, I would never stop doing it. So I think the fact that you show some sort of restraint shows a difference of character, because I'll be very, very blunt. The fact that I don't jump in the air and do that sort of stuff, I would let everybody know. And then some.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I can do this. Yeah, okay. I talk shit about people who can do
every aspect of life.
I can't.
Of course. I mean, that was my bar trick. I would get girls' numbers from doing a backflip. I can impress all the kids at Walmart by doing a backflip. You do a backflip anywhere, people are impressed. It's awesome.
So let me ask this. Okay. We're probably going to go ahead and put a bookmark here. We'll check in with you a little bit later.
Yes.
But we've been asking this, and I think we're going to continue asking it throughout the day. But is there something that you haven't seen yet that you want to see throughout this show? Something maybe like on these trials. Is there something that you're missing that you really want to see happen?
I will tell you, especially in the 77 bracket, I'm just not seeing a monster out there. I'm seeing guys who are doing jiu-jitsu that I think of as how you win a Fight to Win or how you win a professional event. I'm not seeing what I think of as like an ADCC standout that is really utilizing that rule set and running through people. I think everything has been fairly pretty or fairly predictable. But I'd like to see somebody really stand out and like get aggressive and play up the ADCC, take your shirt off, and go out there and be a caveman.
So let me get this straight. So before, it was you going like, I don't know that I need to see people with shirts off. I mean, I might do it, okay. And now it's you being like, no. These rash guards, get rid of it. I don't want to see it.
I think when in Rome applies here.
I'm so glad. And again, statistically, Octavio was saying at the very beginning, they weren't faring well. But now, how many were we up to? How many people have advanced? Yeah. He's gotten about 13 that he's written down on his unofficial tally, which all things considered, if you take the number of people who've gone shirtless to the people who have advanced, it's a pretty good ratio. So we may be onto something here.
I think so. We got Frank Rosenthal up now.
Oh, shit. Frank. Okay.
Unless I'm too far behind you. Matt 1.
No, I think you might be on point. Is that Matt number 1 that's happening?
Matt 1, yes, sir.
Okay, sorry. My Matt number 1 was stalling for a second. No, I don't want to contact fucking Flo. Fuck you guys. I don't really want to talk to them at all. I'm really pissed at all this shit. No, I don't want to do this. Thank you. Okay, that makes sense. The one thing I will say that I've learned in talking with you is that I originally was going to find a way to shit talk how you were at rolling, and then you told me it's a bad idea to do that because it would only downplay my submission win. So,
see, I hacked the system.
Yeah, I know. Now I'm a little stuck because if I say you're not good at jiu-jitsu, then I can just hit sharpshooters on bums, but that's not the case. So I guess I'm going to say
always be the nice guy, and you always win.
This is a terrible method. This is not a heel thing. A heel thing is just supposed to always talk shit about people and be like, oh, this clown has no real jiu-jitsu game. I passed his guard super easy. But I will say this. Again, now that I know exactly what I need to do with you the next time we roll. And now I know that I need to go even more aggressively heel. And yet,
that's it. If your shirt comes off, I will tap immediately. So
I'm glad that that's the preoccupied that you put in there, because I was more worried that you were going to be like, oh no, I'm going without the rash guard. I'd be like, shit, statistically he might win.
We'll just be sloppy together.
It's really gross. The jiu-jitsu's the grossest. Let's just remind people of that of all time.
It really is.
So, hey, listen, but I'm not going to tell these guys how to not win. And it looks like on mat number 3, for a split second, dude with the rash guard list does tap out. So, that does work against the numbers there. All right, Mike, here's what we're going to do. Pin in the conversation. We're going to talk to you a little bit later. We appreciate you for checking in. I'm glad we're able to make this work. Please shoot us any notes if you see anything that's happening that's super exciting. But we have much love and appreciation for you, my man. I'm glad.
All right, bro. We'll check in later.
All right.
Talk to you later. See you guys soon. Yep.
Michael Courier, everybody. All right. Whoosh. This has been already a day. And Frank Rosenthal, mat number 1, going aggressive. Yeah, he's been going for a while. My apologies. We weren't able to cover that a little bit better. We also had Ben Eddy, who was in earlier, did get a win. So just to fill you guys in on those two things. But we've got this Venna and Sains. Is that how you say the name? Jesus, that's a terrible way of saying that name. And then you've got Malote versus Lee on mat number 3. Didn't mean to rhyme. It's just naturally how it went. Cole Abate is back, and he is going up against Weisenbruch. And I don't like where Weisenbruch is right now. Oh, look at that arm. Yeah, Bates got to get this. Oh, please. If you're not tapping, I'm tapping for you, my man. And Cole double-checking on him to make sure he is A-okay, and he is. So that's good to see. Shirtless and aggressive, Cole Abate. Literally the thing that we should be putting down for people. Also on a number 2, Matt. Yeah, good for him. That right there is M. Sains. And I think Frank Rosenthal is also going to advance. Congratulations to him. Let me just say this. We're seeing a lot of crazy things happen in front of us. So I'm going to double check this. No polite escape there. Kevin Martinez says, I love you. I love you too, Kevin. Hope you're doing well. The Kevin connections. Appreciate y'all for coming in. I'm going to put this just out there for our fans. This has been an interesting day for this reason. I know that Michael was kind of hinting at the fact that nobody's really taken the thing and run with it. I might argue Cole Abate is making a very good case as to being dominant. So let's put him on the list of excellent performers. But I think what we are missing thus far in, and we're seeing, Junie and Morgan, that should be a good match. Junie has to be the favorite, but never discount Morgan. Morgan is he's a sneaky guy, man. He's a black belt in his own right. So never want to disrespect the black belt. But I do want to say this. I want to let you guys know that if we're looking for those stars, those people who are trying to give you the best bang for your buck, I will put Cole Abate in that list. I think that man has been going for it today. So we got E. Martinez versus T. Garcia. We'll fill you in more on those matches as they become available. But right now, I think we want to put the focus on Junie and Morgan. That is happening on mat number 1. And I will take your comments, concerns, hints, and allegations. We have an advance on number 4, which is... I guess, it is for a forfeit, but he definitely did the shrug emoji to let us know. I mean, hey, listen, don't mock it till it happens to you, my friends. So, yes, please hit us up in the comment section. Let us know what you're feeling and what you're thinking. We are enjoying it. We will take your likes and your shares. If you give us a like and a share, we'll give you a toast on air. It's that easy. So, I am seeing on mat number 3, gentleman on the right-hand side looks like he wants to murder. And is that Johnny Kallenstein? Look at that. Johnny is, that was the person who was ready to just go at will. Johnny's already looking for a leg entry in on Dance, and he gets the submission very quickly. Yeah, John wants to really make an impression here. I remember about a year or two ago at ADCC West Coast Trials, he was like apologizing to people on his way out when he didn't win. And I was like, what the fuck are you apologizing for? You're really good, dude. Like, you just didn't win today. You're good. But that's how you can tell this means a lot to people. So round of 64 is happening on mat number 2. So we'll keep you posted on that. It's Garcia and Susser. But meanwhile, back on mat number 1, we're seeing some heavy pressure here by Junie. Damon Morgan was able to fend him off for just a split second. Now on mat number 4, we got a new match coming up. I'll get you the information on that in just a second. That's going to be Gomez and Green happening right then, right there, right for your entertainment. Likes and shares, people. Likes and shares. This is so interesting to see how this is all playing out. Almost a back take here. I think it might have worked. Garcia and Souzer. Ooh. If my knowledge here is there, Souzer has, or Souzer? Yeah, Souzer. Let's go Souzer. Has the back. It's maybe starting to transition. The negative 66K. So we'll be seeing, again, an emergence of people who are very fast. Meanwhile, Flava Flav is on mat number 3. He's going to be looking to go for a heel hook very quickly. He does lose the position, but he might have just ended up koalaing the leg back into a good position here. He might be able to get on over to his side. His opponent, Ramirez, though, tried to come with an attack of a foot of his own. Meanwhile, mat number 2, he definitely did. He start attacking that one immediately. It looks like we are getting a call in. I see here D Flag. What is up? Let's get Jordan on here. Ladies and gentlemen, very excited to welcome back to the show your friend, my friend, Jordan Peitzman. Jordan, how you doing, sir?
Hello, Raf. Unmute me. Come on, Octavio. Unmute me so I can talk to the people.
Oh, my goodness. He did unmute you. Don't yell at Octavio. I won't stand for that on this show. You yell at me, sir. I'll let you know
I'm just
right
kidding.
now.
I'm just kidding.
I won't besmirch. Look at this. Look at this. I got backhand for you, sir. And I'm not afraid to be a heel with you. Hey, what is going on your side
I'll
of the
hit you
world,
with
sir?
not a whole lot. I switched up locations, so now I'm coming at you from the other side of Des Moines, Iowa, keeping a close eye on this Junie Ocasio and Damon Morgan match. Is one that I'm particularly interested in.
As you should be, man. Morgan, I don't know that people are as familiar with him as Junie, but Morgan is an avid competitor. He's almost at every single thing possible. And I know on paper, Junie should be wrecking him, but it is a close match.
Very, very close. Yeah, Morgan's competed at a subspectrum in the past. I think all the way up at 155 pounds, and was very, very impressive. Junie's obviously competed for us at 135 pounds. He's our champion at 135. So definitely a match I'm interested in. And with a minute left, still 0-0. Junie hasn't really been able to get any of his leg locks going. So it'd be interesting to see how this plays out here in the last minute.
And look at that. Morgan has a negative on his side, so that becomes a big decision maker if this goes down to a tie, though.
I did not see that. Yeah, nice. So that will be the difference maker here if he's not able to get a takedown or some kind of score here in the last 45 seconds.
And can you tell me a little bit about Rob Diggle and what we need to know about his game, sir?
Rob Diggle, I don't know. He's probably going to try to talk like Danaher while he's working through the moves. No, he's actually going against Emilio Hernandez. That's an interesting match. I might switch over there for a second to watch that one. That's another name that a lot of people may not know or be super familiar with, but he's a dog, and he's in absolute divisions all the time. He's just about anywhere and everywhere. Every tournament I look at, he seems to be in the lineup. So I'll be interested to see how that match plays out as well. Looking super aggressive on top in there.
Yeah, I always enjoy watching his matches. So he's been having a pretty good day so far. Who has surprised you? Any surprises that have happened your way thus far in? I know you were traveling, but I'm sure you've been keeping up with some of it.
Yeah, I caught a couple matches. I wouldn't say necessarily surprising, but impressive victories. On the women's side in the minus 60 kilograms was Fatima Klein getting that win over Hannah Sharp. I actually, despite the betting odds, those were two of my favorite division, so to see them in the first round against each other was kind of a surprise, but for her to be able to stay out of all of Hannah's back attacks and all of her different submission attacks throughout that match and score a takedown there in the tiebreaker portion of the match, I was really, really impressed with that win. And then also one I had mentioned, or I know you guys had mentioned briefly here just a couple of minutes ago, Cole Abate getting that really quick armbar victory over Sean Weisenberg. Sean Weisenberg's not an easy guy to submit. He's competed for us a handful of times at subspectrum, and to see Cole go out there and pretty much dispatch him in under a minute via armbar was super, super impressive. Not necessarily surprising, but very, very impressive.
I got a note here from your friend, Derek Fleeg, if you would.
Mr. Fleeg.
And he says, need the multi-monitor setup, amateurs. Now, I have a multi-monitor, but I think he's talking shit about you.
Oh, yeah. Whenever I have the multi-monitor setup, my internet gets slow. So, or not the internet, the stream gets slow. So I'm just going with one at a time right now.
I totally understand that. And I want to give you the opportunity to talk some shit back to Derek, should you choose to do so. I'm giving you the floor to do so right now.
Well, hey, Derek, weren't you supposed to be competing today? What happened? What happened, Derek?
Shit. Look at that. Wow. That was
just a
hurtful.
no-show. No. I've been texting back and forth with him pretty much throughout this whole thing. We've been talking the whole time, so.
Well, Derek, we've extended an invitation should he want to come in and chat for a little bit. So I definitely will be looking forward to sending him a little bit of a note a little bit later. But I know that you two are always up to no good together.
Yeah, I haven't seen him much for a while, but we train at different gyms now, so we don't cross paths quite as often, but we should. We should, for sure.
I want you to pay attention to this first mat right now. And I think that was Santos who ended up getting that submission over Barnes, a very, very heavy guillotine that just happened on mat number 1.
Super quick. It looks like a little over 30 seconds into the match.
That's
two guys
impressive.
I'm super familiar with, but advancing to, what would it be, the round of 32, I believe they're at for 66.
That was pretty impressive to see. So kudos to them on that. I see here it says Derek Flagg says he'll accept. Excellent. I like seeing that. And he also noted that's what happens when you have dial-up.
It's not my internet. I'm just at somebody else's house right now. I'm watching some pets.
Look at this man. He's trying to help out people. Derek, why are you talking shit about people trying to help out pet owners? That's terrible. You know what? He's anti-pet. You know what? That's what we're going to do. We're going to put Derek on this list. So our new list on this one is why does mat number 2 suck? And I'm going to put Derek on that one right now.
Mat number 2 sucks because Derek hates pets.
Well, you know what it is that he put a multi-stream and that he's drawing down the bandwidth from the ADCC Trials. So I'm just letting you know, we have it. Also on there, no color correction. We also have shitty cameras as part of the reason why it sucks. So just making sure the people know and that they are informed as we go. And it says helping out but getting paid. Oh no, if Jordan loved pets, he'd do it for free. This is some anti-pet rhetoric that's happening on my show.
He's just trying to get me to watch his dog for free.
I think that's probably what he's setting up here. Don't worry, we're going to end up, as a result of this trash talk, setting up a proper WWE BJJ match between you and him at some point.
It needs to happen. I will sharpshooter the shit out of him.
And that is my finishing move, so you need to have a different one, sir.
Can it be the Walls of Jericho?
Yeah, that's fine. And if you do it, though, it's got to be the knee to the neck. It's got to be the Lion Tamer version of it. I don't accept any other version. Right now, it looks like on mat 1 we get, is this Elder Cruz, I believe.
Finally. I think it's the first time we've seen him today, right?
Is, and he's going up against Pablo Montez. So that is supposed to be a big debut from Elder Cruz. A lot of people waiting to see what happens. And look at what's happening over on mat number 4. They are crossing into every other mat possible.
Oh, yeah, I think you must be a little bit. Did you see him run into the big boys?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, okay. Must be a little bit. What the fuck? Yeah.
What are you doing here?
It's like a fly hit him. No, yeah, I think I must be a little bit ahead of you then, because I'm about 235 left in the tiebreaker on that mat.
Good for you. Here's the note that I have. It says from Derek, sorry, I'm a real man. I'll come through with the elbow drop from the top rope like Macho Man. I would like to point this out, Derek. This is where you show the error of your ways. If anybody thinks that they can do an elbow drop like the Macho Man, perhaps they don't have the best gauge of their own true possibilities.
Well,
'Cause
and the fact that he thinks he could incapacitate me long enough for him to climb up to the top rope without me running up and pushing him off.
I'm so glad that that's the way that you thought out the whole thing. You're like, actually, that's not going to make sense because I'll probably move. That was, I think, one of the funniest things that I would ever see as a kid. I was like, why is that dude just laying there? I saw him move. Jordan, so what was your actual weight class that you were supposed to be watching? There were supposed to be two, correct?
88 kilograms, and then I believe the women's plus 60 kilograms were the two that I was in charge of.
Okay, so what have you seen between those two divisions thus far in?
I haven't seen too many more matches from the 88. I think they just did that short first round. It was like the round of 64, but there were only a handful of matches in that first round. So we haven't seen a ton from that 88 kilograms division. We did see Jacob Couch get an inside heel hook victory. We saw Dave Garmo with a quick submission victory. I'm guessing it was by guillotine. I didn't actually see the finish, but I saw that it was quick. So I'm assuming that's what it was by. So those are two guys that I'm looking out for in the 88 kilograms, in addition to Elder Cruz, who we also talked about just a moment ago. In the women's plus 60 kilograms, there was one match that I was particularly interested in, was Kendall Rusing versus Miranda Maverick. Miranda Maverick's competed for us a handful of times. Kendall Rusing was supposed to compete for us at our last event, but developed COVID the week of the event, so wasn't able to. But it was a really tough match. I thought that Kendall would have definitely had the upper hand in that match, but it took right up until the end of that tiebreaker for her to score a few points and get the win over the UFC vet Miranda Maverick, who's been doing great since her UFC debut about a year ago.
Absolutely, and I'll also bring to everybody's attention on mat number 2, we've got the Duck himself coming in on a leg right now. You can tell that time he spent over with the Danaher. Well, we can't even call him that anymore. We got to call him the New Wave. Is that what we have to refer to them? But he did some training out over in the Tejas and comes in with a savage, what I believe was a toe hold. That
must have ripped it apart, man.
Yeah,
that guy's they're just leaving that guy rolling on the ground while they're raising hands. They're like, damn. No, he's spetch.
Oh my God. It's so sad to be like, yep. Oh, that dude's dead.
Get the fuck off the mat.
So we're going to give you a moment to, oh man, I'm glad they went to go get him. Good on those crew members, the fellow competitors. We're going to give you a chance to break and recalibrate. But before we get you out of here, I'm going to let you know there was a comment made by Derek. And yes. I need to get a response from you because I think of all the things he said, this is maybe the most incendiary.
Did he attack my asthma? Or my hairline? It was either my asthma or my hairline. I already know.
Don't let him talk shit about your hair. Your hair's okay. Especially your fucking facial hair. He doesn't have shit to go off on that. But Octavio, if you could pull up this comment as I say it so that people can see it in the comment sections. This one hurts, but it says, all you have to do is make Jordan breathe and he'll have an asthma attack. Doesn't take much to incapacitate. Your response.
I don't know, man. I ain't got much for that. He's not completely wrong, but I'm not going to Greg Hardy it. I'm not going to pull out an inhaler mid-round. I'm just going to push through it. I've won matches in the middle of an asthma attack before, so.
Again, I'm not trying to stir up any kind of drama. I just want a really good WWE BJJ match. I don't understand why those have to be one and the same.
Yeah.
All right. So, Jordan, here's what we're going to do. We're going to put a pause in this. I'm going to actually extend an invite to Derek in a few minutes, and I'll give him some hassle. I'll see what he has to say and see what he does under pressure here because he's yet to be interviewed by me, but I think this would be a great time to introduce him to the magic that is chatting with me live.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for having me, Raph. I'll see you soon.
Appreciate you. We'll see you back in a bit, my man.
All right. Later, man.
All right, peace. Jordan Peitzman, everybody. Woo! What a day. Jordan's good people. Love that guy. Friend of the show forever and ever and ever. It says, will you share it? For some reason, I can't find it. I can come through. Okay. So, oh, God. I'm going to go ahead and throw this over to Derek's way. He can join in just a few. But in the meantime, if you guys give us a like and a share, we'll give you a toast on air. You know that's how it works. We love you guys. We are having a blast. Making our way through. Ooh, Mat 3. That was a beautiful counter to a fucking double leg right there. We've got J Deal, A Bagnon, Gianjoni, Vancura. These are terrible names. I don't mean to talk shit about people and their names, but I will. Because, you know what I mean? Like, some of them, they're not great. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure our man here gets a link to the stream so that he can join in at a certain time, even though he has talked mad shit to our other guests, because I want to give him the opportunity to say what he needs to say. And we'll see what he has to say when he's given the opportunity to speak unhinged. Rodriguez, Jay Rodriguez, and Freeman happening on mat number 2. So, looking at that, hey, love you guys. Are you enjoying the show so far? I hope so. I hope that we're all getting through this together and having a fun time. What's the rule? It's like, we're going to have fun and do well. That's something that a nerdy speech team used to say way back in the day. We have Derek, who's about to join us. All right, let's see what he's able to do. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show for the very first time, Derek Fligg.
Hey, how's it going?
Not too bad, Derek. How are you doing, sir?
Just got back in, watched a lot of the first matches in the first half of the day. Had to go take my dog on a walk, so I didn't get the free support from Jordan as expected.
Wow. Okay, so you came in hard at Jordan. How often are the two of you talking trash to each other?
Well, are we going to go based off of the percentage of time spent together, or like how often per year?
Listen, I didn't know we were going to have
100% of the time. 100% of the time we're talking together, it's shit talk.
That's fair. I feel, though, that he may have the edge on you in WWE BJJ. I'm just saying.
Why do you think that?
He's beaten up chairs, and he's gotten thousands upon thousands of views for that.
I mean, women with booties on TikTok also get thousands of views. That doesn't mean much.
Derek, you're somebody who I've watched compete. You're a very good competitor. He was alluding to the fact that you were supposed to be there. Are you okay?
Oh, yeah. I just had a bunch of competitions the last few months. So I wanted to take time off and focus on ADCC specific training. I was just coming off Worlds last month, and then I did bullpen the month before, did IBJJF before that, 2 fight to wins before that. I've done a bunch of competitions this year, so I wanted to switch it up to where I could focus on ADCC.
Speaking of which, we've been asking everybody this. I think that you've gone ADCC style. Have you not?
Oh, I always do. Any opportunity I can. Like, that's the goal now. It's actually really funny. One of the I don't even want to call it, one of the moments from Subspectrum when I had a bunch of photographs taken was with one of the guys that was in the 77 kilo division, Mahmoud Jabbar. He and I had double ADCC style match. So it was an introduction for a lot of people into the world of grappling, and it was 2 shirtless men fighting it for bronze. So that's exactly what went on there.
My question for you, though, is do you feel like you have a higher percentage, and why do you do it?
So it's going to depend on the rule set more than anything. With something that's going to be more ADCC style as far as wrestling, I want to be harder to hold on to. So once the sweat gets going and everything, I don't want to be able to have any sort of friction on me. So that's why. But it also, what I have to balance with that is when it comes to leg locks, and once I start getting sweaty, it's harder to get grips that way as far as entanglements and then braking mechanics. So
well,
everything's there.
We've been trying to break down here is the success rate. Do you have a higher success rate winning on it?
Technically, no.
Uh-oh, that's not boding well, Derek. I'm very sorry to hear that. Most people they do it and they win. Ugh. Do you think maybe you're just better with the rash guard then?
No, I feel better without the rash guard. If I could go full Craig Jones in the Speedo and no shirt, WWE style, Razor Ramon style, go out there. That would be me.
I don't
But
think you have the
most
machismo to really do that, my friend. Like, it's a little
you
different.
can't.
You know what I mean?
Well, it's not fair though, because Scott Hall had all those years building up to it. I can't just walk out there and be iconic.
I mean, Scott Hall looked like he was iconic from minute one, so I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Like, no disrespect. It's just there are levels to this. You know what I mean?
Oh no, there are. That's all I'm admitting right now.
So, Derek, if we can change the topic real quick. I don't know if you saw this, but you got put on the widest mat number 2 suck. Somehow you got put on here. How do you feel about that?
I don't have feelings towards that because we don't have reasoning yet. Because as you said, for some reason I was put on there. It seems like it's a mystery, so I can't defend that without the knowledge as to why I was put on there.
I think
Otherwise,
your
I'd be
reaction
incriminating
to it
myself.
might actually have just explained it, so I appreciate you for doing that. Thank you for clearing that up.
Okay. Well, yeah, Matt too sucks
Check.
because
Got
I
it.
suck.
Hey, listen, I've been trying to make sure I'm literally fixing Matt 2 as I'm asking you a question about Matt 2. So it went
Hey,
from being
so
like, this is kind of funny to, oh shit, no, it's still happening. So I blame you firmly for this.
I actually cut the power to all the cameras on Matt too. So I'm actually not in my own office. I'm in Atlantic City. I pulled out of ADCC Trials, but still showed up.
You know what? That just shows that you've got commitment as opposed to these other yahoos who are just trying to compete. And speaking of which, on mat number 5, I think there's a back take. On mat number 4, there's a guy in the last name Yonkers. Fascinating. We got some folks. Yeah, they're still trying to fix mat number 2. It just went back up. And I think we're seeing the remnants of what looks like a crime that just happened with Rodriguez and Freeman. So I'll fill you in on that.
Can we go back to Austin Daffron's toe hold and how they just left the dead body there?
Yes, we can.
Like the ref just said, "Oh, that sucks. Let me raise Austin's hand real quick, and then you guys can figure everything else out." Like,
to be fair, Derek, have you
there's
ever
no okay.
have you ever as a kid did something wrong and then just kind of like excused yourself out of the situation?
What do you think?
I'm going to assume yes. But hey, listen,
Absolutely.
oh my god. That dude literally, hold on. I just want to point out, if anybody missed this, Freeman literally just power slammed Jay Rodriguez. Like, that was a Mark Henry finisher. That's the world's strongest slam that he did on him right then and there.
Oh, he got DQ'd?
I think he might have. Oh, no. Guys, bad news. Cannot hit a world's strongest slam in ADCC style. So, gotta...
I like how he's pissed off. That's my favorite reaction when people get DQ'd. What? I thought it was okay.
I mean, you know, the dumb part
Adrian
about that is that's the stuff that when you're
go
in...
to
Go
Matt
ahead.
1.
I'm going to Matt 1.
Matt 1. Adrian Nez.
Versus Ted Danson. Yes, I see that one, yes.
Adrian Nez is somebody I've trained with and competed against. He's from Arizona. He did Combat Jiu-Jitsu Worlds recently. He, I think last trials he competed at, he lost to Hunter Colvin. Other than that, he made a nice little run. So he's going to be somebody to watch coming up. If you look in his corner, he actually has Issa Abel in his corner as well, who lost to Mahmoud Jabbar in the round of 64 in the 77 kilo. But
see, Derek, this is why we bring you on. You're painting a nice picture here for people to understand. Adrian Nez, friend of the show, we've interviewed him. We love the shit out of this guy. He is somebody to keep an eye on, especially as he get a heel hook finish right then and there, yep. Like just calculated assassin that he is.
He's fun. It's funny because I rolled with him maybe 2-3 weeks ago when I was down in Arizona training. And we were going over like some false reap stuff, and he was getting prepped for Oliver Taza as his first match on Third Coast, which Well, have you spoke about Third Coast and the disaster that it is? Or are we staying away?
No, I'm not even afraid to talk about things. It bums me out because I do like them. My issue is it does not bode well when you need to borrow 7K. And
Uh,
go ahead.
go ahead. I just know he was slacking and paying a lot of people as well. Um, and their payout structure was also confusing based off of some of the people I saw compete on there. So I'm in a group chat with a few of the people that were on there. Is that guy having OnlyFans on the back of his rash guard on that one? Oh,
I'm going to look and double check that, though I'm glad that your eyes go very quickly to that to be like, wait, do I need to join? What do you got,
I
man?
just know the logo.
Yeah, of course. No, I get it. I understand. You are lonely.
For music purposes.
For
It's
music.
where, music content.
Derek, you've been somebody that, again, we've always enjoyed watching, and I do appreciate we get this chance to chat. We're going to keep this as an open invite to you, but before we whittle you on out of here for right now, I want to ask you, what is something that has not happened that you expect to happen during these trials?
A lot of things. There's going to be a major upset. You're going to find an underdog type story. Like, remember last two trials before, Keith was kind of that underdog story where
hold
not
on,
a lot of
real
people.
quick before we go, I want to interrupt you for just a second. Benji Silva is on mat number 1, but mat number 2, right before they were about to go to this next match, that dude who lost the last one was still complaining. So Freeman just like literally walked back into the camera too and was like, so he's like off camera, comes back in and is doing the conversation. But
But
I'm
come
sorry.
on. I bet he's Italian of some sort, and he was also doing the.
So I'm sorry. As you were saying, go ahead. You said that you expect somebody to have like a Keith-like story, which I agree.
Yeah.
Is Cola Bait that person? Do you have somebody else that we should be paying attention to that maybe we don't know?
Can Kolabate be that person though? I mean, after his Who's Number One run, it'd be hard for him to be that. I would expect there's going to be people. Mahmoud's going to continue to have a good run, but that 77 kilos is going to be very, very hard. Adrian, I expect to have a very good run. Honestly, it's extremely disappointing to see the plus 99 kilo division and how top heavy it is, because it is extremely top heavy. I saw Austin Baker competing against a 15-year-old. Yeah. So I would just maybe a stunning upset of some sort somewhere along the way too, where you get some guy that gets caught. I don't expect a lot of highlight reel finishes. Just a lot of people playing it safe, and it may come back to, hurt some of these higher level guys with big names. But
Could it
I
be
would
the
guess
fact that they're watching these rule meetings or these seminar videos that Mo's been putting up and everybody's a little more on edge on how they score it now that they're starting to understand things a little bit better? Or is just this a natural evolution of people competing and saying like, I don't really trust this. This might be a long day.
I think it's going to be a combination of people trying to play the rules and trying to already be ready for the next match, which I will give them props for cutting this down into 2 days, because I could not imagine trying to go from the 256 round bracket all the way to the finals in 1 day.
Oh,
but
me neither. I
they
would
have to
not
make
be here.
they have to make as well though, so that's going to suck.
So according to Mo, they don't have to make weight the second day if they just shut up.
Okay.
That was
Shout out to Mo then.
I mean, Mo was the one that was saying like, "Hey, listen, we're back to night vision on mat number 2 here, everybody." This is embarrassing.
That's because you're kicking me off the show. So the match I'm looking forward to, Mo. Go ahead.
No, you said you got a match that you're looking forward to. This is all yours, sir.
Placido Santos versus Mahmoud. That's going to be a very exciting match because both those guys they may be whatever belt level they are. I know Mahmoud's a purple. I think Placido is also a purple. I could be wrong on that, but they both are very high level. You saw Mahmoud I thought he should have beat Andrew Tackett at Worlds in the absolute, or in the open, excuse me. They didn't give him points on something, but hey, who am I?
That's what I ask every day. I'm like, who is this guy? I don't know.
Who is this guy talking shit?
I mean, he talks okay shit. That's the issue is when I judge you all on just your ability to talk shit, there is a little bit of like, he's all right. He needs a little work, but there's stuff here we can work with.
I fantasize about having an opponent that's okay with talking, but I don't want it to be something where he gets really offended because, like, I'm not trying to be a dickhead, but I want to talk shit to have fun.
I think Octavio will attest to this, but my greatest asset is my ability to talk shit. It's usually the reason why I pass guard, if I am going to pass guard, is because I'm usually just roasting the people. So I wouldn't be your competition level, but I would 100% make you feel bad about yourself as I lose.
Awesome. I'll set up a fake promotion, and I'll get flyers made from me versus you, and all we'll do is talk shit, but we'll have an indefinite date. Like, we'll be like a version of Craig versus Gabby with like more Craig level shit talk than Gabby, because Gabby, I don't know, but
well, Gabby's always like, yeah, okay, Craig, yeah, okay, yeah, and then Craig's just like,
I'm not a bitch, Craig. Yeah,
Craig, you want me to do you? Okay, and you go,
God, which I get. Oh, Quentin's going. So I've also faced Quentin, and he broke my leg. Not surprising.
Hey, he's good, man. It's a tough roll with him no matter what. So I'm not. Nobody here was asking for you to offer that up, but I think the nice part is Quentin's been on a good start for his day, and that's good to see. Also, John Salter looking pretty good in his match, a former Trials winner as well, as we've mentioned before. I will ask you this, because now that your name is on here, I want to give you a fair opportunity to say a reason why you think Matt 2 sucks. So this is an open invite for you.
Jordan's hairline is why it sucks.
No, don't do that to him. No, you can't. I mean, how does his hairline affect Matt number 2?
How do I affect Matt number 2?
We literally explained that when you were on here. You were too dumb to remember.
No, that's not true. Yeah, that would never be true.
That is true. We literally explained it to you like you were a child, and then you accepted it, and then you said, I don't remember anymore.
It's me like I'm 5.
I mean, honestly, that's what I have written down on this card, so I will say that. All right, I will put reluctantly Jordan's hairline, though I don't feel good about doing it.
All right, you want the explanation is because so much time is being spent into trying to propicia the shit out of that hairline that people aren't providing effort towards Matt number 2.
The worst part is this is really taking a turn now. When people see this like conspiracy board, they're going to go, it started fun, and now it's just mean and vengeful. It seems like there's a lot of personal vendettas that are being resolved there.
Oh, I would never say that. I can retract my statement.
Good for you. Don't. I'm going to take it off then. There we go. You retracted it.
All right.
You're still on there.
So Matt number 2 sucks. Matt number 2 sucks because of the anti-flow grappling crowd is actually in attendance here, and they are colluding to affect that stream.
Got it. QAnon. Got it. Okay.
Q flow grap.
There's no Q flow grappling.
We'll go with that.
Though maybe they will be, but we'll keep that there for now. All right, Derek, here's what we'll do. How about check in with us at about 45 minutes or an hour? Watch some stuff. Let us know what you're seeing.
Okay.
You have the link. You know where to come. It is a pleasure to finally get to chat with you on one of these things. You're good people.
You as well.
We always appreciate you being a good sport about stuff. So much appreciation to you, sir.
All right. Thank you.
We'll see you in a bit. Derek Flake, everybody. Okay. There's so much happening still. Quentin Rosenzweig is still trying to murder a leg that's happening over on his side. Meanwhile, Rosa, to my recollection, is trying to upset here with some leg attacks. he is taking on Bradley. Bradley is a beast as well, so this will be an interesting match. John Salter picking up the points win, so he'll be advancing, which he is used to doing in this tournament. So Rosenzweig has 3 minutes and 38 seconds left to go in his match, and we are enjoying what you guys are putting down. So a like and a share, just to remind you guys, will get you a toast on air. Do not forget those things. We are enjoying you guys, like, just having fun with us. We're just breezing through this thing. I don't want to say that we're there. Can you get us an update on how many matches we potentially still have left through Flow Arena? Octavio does reluctantly, like, oh, Jesus. I don't know that we really want to know how long this is going to be. So Renee Souza, who recently broke the internet with Derek Rayfield for their double buggy choke, which fucked those kids. Am I right? Jesus. That's the last thing we need. If you put people inside control, it's just not safe anymore. And that does not need to be the way it needs to be. But yes, we'll take your comments, your questions, your concerns, your hints, allegations, all of that stuff in our comment section. We appreciate y'all. Quentin Rosenzweig, 3 minutes, 8 seconds left to work with Rocha. Meanwhile, Souza's still playing that good guard, but may have an opportunity to come up. Nope. Has 2 butterfly hooks. We'll see if he's able to make something happen with it. Goes into a guard. Meanwhile, Rosenzweig still looking to break a leg like he did on Derek. So it's supposed to be 16 for 3 categories. I think it's 88, 66, and 77. Need to get down to 16. And then everything else is 8. That's not bad. We're still here for a bit, but all things considered, could be worse, right? Sure. I believe there's a Jacob Couch that's on mat number 3. The Hillbilly Hammer himself taking on Marceline. So that is what's happening over on mat number 3. Hane. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. Let's see if he can finish this triangle. Uh-oh. Rosenzweig under pressure. Oh, for a split second thought he had thought he had a leg there. Hane might be in on a triangle, though. 99's at 16. They got to get to 8. So they'll do one more round, which is good. Okay. Okay. I think we're moving along better than I thought we would. Maybe I even. Here's what's great though. It is 2 p.m. We still got some matches to go, but again, much better place than we're supposed to be. Yeah, Hane's looking good with this triangle, bro, but we got to finish this, my friend. Otherwise, we go into overtime, and I do not love overtime. Oh, Hane, let's get it. Did he get it? Shit, he did not get the submission there. All right. Hane's one of our boys, so we love Renee. We want to see him win. That's the beautiful part about doing this show is we can be as biased as we want to fucking be. So let's see where you guys are at. Hopefully you're enjoying this show. Hopefully you are enjoying what we're putting out for you. Quentin trying to go for that leg again. Does not seem to have it. 34 seconds. Rocha is actually ahead on 2 points. So Quentin's going to need to do something very drastic within these next 28 seconds if he wants to advance to the next level in the game. Jacob has the back over on mat number 3, and he is gritting his way into a rear naked choke, and I think he might be close to getting it. I need to see the other side of the camera angle. Unfortunately, there are no other angles. It's just one, because that's all we can afford, I guess. I don't know. Oh, second angles. Let's put... why does mat number 2 suck? Let's put society. No, not even society. Let's just put oh God. Yep. And Rocha's gonna advance over Rosenzweig, and it looks like they're actually getting physical right now. They have to hold and restrain Rosenzweig back. They pushed him, and one of the other coaches is restraining him. I think that might actually be Tex Johnson that's holding him back right now. And there are words being exchanged by both camps. Talk about your drama happening right now. Guess what? pull up some popcorn if you enjoy this shit talking. But the coaches are getting into it, and I think, is that Wagner? Uh-oh.
That's all you have to say.
Well, I was at first wondering why that was happening, and I think it's now explaining itself. Most of the referees are being brought in to split this up. Star-Lord looks like he's pretending to break things up. Good Lord. Jacob Couch, I think, ended up getting the submission here. Congratulations to him. We were too busy watching the drama unfold. Meanwhile, Rosenzweig has knees on mat, just kind of kneeling there. Looks like we have to do the official decision. I don't believe he's going to be too happy about this. The referee's coming over to ask, I think, the corner if what he's about to announce is the official decision. So we'll have more news on that in just a few minutes. But it does look like they cleared out all the other mats to go address that issue. Yikes. That's not great. I hope that you guys are enjoying this broadcast, though. If you are, talk to us in the comment section. Say a note. Say something. I know you're here. I see you. Would love to hear more from y'all as we are continuing to make our way through this event. We've had some great guests thus far in. Friends have chimed in. Our good friend Michael Courier, Jordan Peitzman, Derek Flagg. Already very fun stuff from those gents. And it looks like on Mat 5 we are going to another match. We'll have information on that mostly coming up in a little bit. But Chris Shegholy and Ryan Quinn, all right, that should be a fun match. These are two monsters. And it does look like, oh, God, Critton is not content on this. Those two are still talking trash. Guys, I am going to make a bold declaration. I'm going to say I don't think we've heard the last of this one. I see here from Derek, it says, I get off the stream and Tex and Wagner get into it. Yeah, they would have done that at a Denny's. Doesn't even matter. It says, Optimus Daniel says, I'm rooting for Alan Sanchez all day, every day. Much like listening on over to the Joe Rogan podcast experience. Joe Rogan all day and all night. Meh. Is that how that works? Is that what they say? Yeah, I think that's what they're supposed to say. Yeah, that's what they're. Can you commentate Z Gilani's match? He's a blue belt that's made it far. I think so. Let me see where I can find him, though. I see Watson. I see Shamos. That's a terrible name, by the way. Do me a solid and make sure that I have that information on when they're going up next. I don't think they're actively going, but they could be. I could be mistaken. If I am wrong, always feel free to let me know in the comment section. But Joseph Watson and Luke Shamos is happening on mat number 5. Okay, good to know. Negative 77, thank you. Yeah, just shoot me a note. I'm happy to kind of walk you through it when I see it come up. They're repairing the mats on mat number 1. I think Ryan Quinn might be in on a submission here on Shegholy. I'll have to double check that. Yes, but does not get it. Shegholy shakes himself out of it. Woo! Mat number 4. Depresh, still happening right in front of us. All right, here's what we are going to do. It says, LOL, what was that almost brawl about? Egos. I can't even tell you, man. It looks like it was maybe a disagreement on the points, but for all we know, I'm just going to say it was probably them being bitchy toward each other. I mean, Wagner's not coming in as the most popular person into this, so... and especially, of all people, it's going to be Tex and Wagner. You could literally have a Mad Lib for the reasons why that could be. So it says, I need boots on the ground. I mean, we do have people there covering, and Star-Lord does have a contact to get in touch with us here, but he has yet to chime in, potentially because he's coaching, but I'm going to put more favor to him being lazy. But yes, we have an advancement over on mat number 4. Yeah, that's going to be an advancement, so good on them. He's helping his opponent off the mats. That's the kind of sportsmanship you didn't see on mat number 1 a few minutes ago. And it says, look like Quentin wanted to scrap. I think so. I mean, I don't know these people beyond when we interview them or when we talk to them, but Quentin is usually a very calm person. So at least with me, I know that he's talked trash to some of his opponents, but I don't know. Could be one of those, I don't know, he's never been like that. Not with me. I've never seen him do that. But he did kill 3 people. So it says, I love the FU fight sports chant. Oh, no. See, this is the beauty of watching it without any sound. We have no clue that was even happening. Well, they're piecing together back mat number 1. Mat number 5 is about to have a new match coming up right now. We'll get you some information about that coming up in just a second. There's a pull to guard happening very quickly. That's Casas and Banghart. What a last name. What are you known as? Banghart? Oh, shit. I think Ryan Quinn gets the submission from armbar from guard. So congrats to him. Chris Ragoli is a friend of the show, so hate to see it, but Ryan Quinn's pretty good at jiu-jitsu, so is what it is. That's the hard part about doing these shows. We know so many people that statistically it's just not going to happen. Dr. Coast West, I think the eye poked him or something. At the 3-minute mark, they seemed to reset the center, and Quentin took a while to come back. I couldn't hear anything, and Flow Zone wasn't saying anything because they're lame. So do they have commentators for this? I don't even know. I don't really need to know what they're saying. I just want to know if they do, because we're too busy doing this shit. And much like whenever we do the UFC Fight Companions, I'm always like, wait, are people actually doing stuff? I don't know. It would be news to me. Looks like we're about to get another match over on mat number 4. That is coming up in a few minutes, but mat number 2 also has something coming up next. Another LXB competitor. They have been sponsoring a really amazing talent, so they have an excellent eye for who's coming in. And, yep, Mason Fowler is coming back up on mat number 4. They are bringing them forward. And I forget this gentleman's name, but it'll go there. And it says, can we acknowledge that Flow Zone is a terrible name? Derek, if you've been watching the show all the way through, you know that we'd already attacked Flow Zone. In fact, if you watched this broadcast in the past 8 years, you'd know that we've been fucking with them as calling it Flow Zone. Flow Zone sounds like you're talking about somebody having a special moment when they're at a young age. Oh, I can't talk right now. My Aunt Flow Zone is coming over. Again, nothing beats the laughter of your producer at any time. So there's an attack heavily on Koval trying to get to Mason Fowler's legs. But this is going to be an interesting match. Mason Fowler has to be a favorite in his category. He's always fun to watch. Aiken, combat jiu-jitsu winner, may be in on a heel hook. And Patterson was trying to get out of it. But Mason Fowler now has the back, by the way. Eek, that's not great. I think he may have it. He has a really good back control from here. And it says, we stay in and watch Netflix. Meanwhile, back on up, Ryan Aiken. Yeah, Ryan Aiken's not going to waste any opportunities here. He's going to make sure that he gets this. So is Quentin still on mat number 1? I'm not really sure what's happening there. Mat number 1 has come to a complete standstill. So don't know how that is really acting at this moment. You guys keep us informed, please. Yes, we are going strong into what? Congrats on over to Mason Fowler, who gets it done quickly and will probably now get a little bit of rest, which is good for him before we see him again. So we'll keep that going. Okay, I have a Flow Zone. Never mind. Flow Zone also sounds like some bullshit you would hear if you went on over and be like, oh, you guys don't want to be in the first 2 rows. That's the Flow Zone. You go to a Gallagher concert, you get hit with a fucking watermelon and shit like that. That's what a Flow Zone is supposed to be. Devontae Johnson about to come on out right now, but back on mat number 2 in the negative 88 kg, Ryan Aiken is about to get spike pile driven, but does not. Bears it, is fine. They go off into the shitty carpet. You know, maybe, and this is just me, would it have killed them to put the mats near an area that doesn't have 5-cent jackpots? Because, like, could we at least have gotten a quarter? Quarter ante is a little more fair. And by the way, homeboy who's on mat number 4 is too much. He is feeling himself right now. M. Gonzalez and C. Tracy happening in your purview over on mat number 6. So, I'm sorry, mat number 5. I just added a mat because I felt like mat number 2 sucked so much. Yeah, there's still nothing happening on mat number 1, and I have no idea what the fuck that's about. Patterson and Aiken go out of bounds. Brosco and Kramowski, who, by the way, has very interesting hair, is, I'm sorry, Brosco is the one that with the, did I say Kraminski? Oh, Kramowski. He's the one with the interesting hair. Good for him. Eek. Patterson, Aiken. Uh-oh. Patterson's in on a footlock here. Aiken's not respecting it. He's trying to come up on it. There's a little bit of footwork that he may have to be cautious of. You see that Patterson's trying to go belly down into this, and Aiken's not really giving much on that, but instead now is going to go back on his own, almost reversed it himself into an almost single-leg Boston Crab-like finishing maneuver, but both of them managed to live on to see a little bit more action. Pull of guard over here on mat number 5. Looks like mat number 4 is waiting to get its shit together. I think we're waiting for 2 minutes, 51 seconds left to go in mat number 2. Oof. Oof. Uh-oh. We got to be careful on that one. Mat number 6, or mat number 5. We're in the round of 16 over there, so we are making some progress at the very least, which is good. Very, very good to see. We're finally up to a new match on mat number 1. So everybody get excited for that. That is what's happening right now. Aiken may be in on a rear naked choke. He has 3 points now. I'm assuming that's going to mean the back tick that he's got. Dude on mat number 4 is still pacing around like he owns the place. Ooh, could be a triangle here. Nope, not at all on mat number 5. Screw that. Brosco, a.k.a. J. Donnie Brosco, up on mat number 3. Both of them just back up on their feet, kind of jostling a little bit more, but a nice takedown over here by one Brosco. But they get right back up. Oh, fuck. That was a great slam by him, by the way. Excellent read. Excellent wrestling. And now you are seeing, I believe it's Brosco that has the back. And Aiken looks like he is very close on a rear naked choke. He is trying to finish, space him out. That body triangle looks like it's a lot to handle, but he is getting out of it. Patterson's still in that. Let's see if we got a finish over. Nope, it's not a finish. They're just resetting them back on mat number 3. And aggressive passing is happening on mat number 5 with Mikey Gonzalez, or I'm sorry, M. Gonzalez and C. Tracy. I want to say Mikey because he's also the homie, so we appreciate him. Shout out Mike Gonzalez. Yeah, I would not want to have Aiken on my back. He does not look like he subscribes to any kind of rules other than pain. Again, recently, a combat jiu-jitsu winner has been beasting it back on mat number 4. Devontae, he's coming in right now. We'll get you his opponent's name in 1 second. But appreciate you guys tuning in. Give us some comments in the comment section. You know we love you guys. We're enjoying everything that we're seeing in front of us. And if Aiken is able to hold on right now, he's going to be able to advance. There is a back take over on mat number 3 that is worth noting for your time. Meanwhile, on mat number 5, yes, we do have a finish on mat number 3. So that is a finish compliments of one Brosco, I believe. Brosco does get the win. Congratulations are in order to him. Meanwhile, mat number 5, this tripoded head and arm triangle, which is now giving way maybe to an arm bar. His opponent is working. This is really, really a quick moment. We need to figure out how this is going to play out. 122 left to go. His opponent, no, he saw the better journey of getting out, and he is out. Damn, that was impressive. Excellent work there. Ryan Aiken does get the submission with 1 second left to go in their match. Well done on that. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and ask our director real quick. to go ahead and put on our C1. Actually, you know what? I think it's time that they get to see a little bit of the William Tackett. So put on the C5. And on that one, you guys are going to get to see my good friend William Tackett and I played a game of the Think Jiu-Jitsu game, where we give them a card and they have the ability to try and submit me. So while I take a quick little break, I'll be right back. But I want you guys to stay right there and watch this very funny clip of me getting the shit kicked out of me with one William Tackett.
The basis of this game is pretty simple. You get to pick one of these cards. You will have 2 minutes to try and land the submission on me.
Sweet.
What do you think the odds are of you landing one of these submissions on me?
Well, it depends. I'm not warmed up, and
Okay.
I've heard you're really hard to submit, so.
Do you
We'll see.
believe that, though?
I don't know. I guess I got to just.
You just got to kind of
goes.
see.
Yeah, see how it goes.
Is there a card you don't want?
No, I think they're all fun challenges.
Okay.
The baseball bat choke will probably be the hardest because we're wearing no gi, but that'd be fun to try to do.
All right. You get to pick one, and only one.
His face is getting red.
Well, I think I know what it was.
Leggy locky.
You know, I'm pretty sure Andrew could do it. Wait, that. Baseball bat choke, huh? One you didn't want.
Well, the one I thought would be most challenging.
Was it?
Definitely challenging, yeah.
Okay. Did you at one point think that you had it?
Until my fingers started cracking.
praying,
Yeah.
I actually built that into my defense. I let my whole face go red to
Kind of gurgle a little bit.
You know, the problem was I was trying to do a joke, and normally I roast people when we do this bit. The problem is you can't roast when you can't talk because you can't breathe. So I discovered that in this iteration. What did you learn today? Well,
That no-gi baseball bat chokes I need to work on.
maybe. Do you feel like that's going to win you ADCC, though?
No.
No. But you know what, though? Here's what I'm going to do. If that wins you an ADCC championship, you will become a full-time sponsored athlete of the Grappling Hour.
Okay, sweet. We'll do
So
it.
I think that's what it is. Will, what can we plug for you? Where can people find you? All the good jazz.
Tackett_jiu-jitsu on Instagram. Check us out at Brazilian Fight Factory. Come on by, and yeah.
Appreciate that. I would thank you, but that was terrible. Let's never do that again. And if I give you all of the submissions, I'm very afraid of what happens when we roll for real. But my man, thank you, sir. I appreciate you, sir.
Me too.
All right, keep it locked here. We'll be right back.
it is pretty remarkable that of all things he could have picked, he ended up getting a baseball bat choke. And I will admit to you freely, it was very tight. The man has a very good grip, and I thought I was out of that move at least 2 to 3 times. But true to form, Attackett did apologize for almost murdering me. So that was very nice. And we're back. So I want to point this out. William Tackett is a very nice human being. His baseball bat choke is not fun. Yes, he did apologize. No, I did not forgive him. Now, here's an interesting hybrid we need to talk about. Hunter Colvin is here. He's opting to go not only ADCC style, but is he wearing like sweats or gi pants or like what's happening on his legs right there? Does he just have spats and shorts? Hunter Colvin on mat number 1.
It looks like he's rolling in like sweats.
It looks like it, right? Like I'm not wrong on that. So Hunter Colvin.
Sweats and no shirt. Okay, I just got out of bed though.
Hunter Colvin just waking up this morning and chose violence. Let's go over to mat number 3, though. So we've talked about ADCC style, but I want to point out, look at the gentleman who's wearing the no sleeves.
Yeah.
So that's like...
that's better than a shirt.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think it is.
Oh, you're talking like a regular t-shirt.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, without any doubt. Hunter Colvin has to be coming in very hungry.
Boys, no shirts.
2 big guys,
Add them to the list.
no shirts, don't care, but that means that one person's going to advance. The real question, though, is on mat number 1, is if Hunter Colvin is going to prove the statistic or become the statistic. So that's what we got going on here. Mat number 5, he's trying to either take the back, but also maybe inch up. Yep, gift wrap over here, into that mount, transition. He thought about an armbar. Isn't quite going to get it just yet, but instead now, Jesus Christ, man, that grip looks real strong. Unfortunate. Hunter Colvin pulls back for a split second, 255. Now we're at the points portion of that. Meanwhile, mat number 5, he may start having some submissions coming in right there. So...
This is how you nullify someone with no shirt. Is you also go no shirt, and it becomes.
I legitimately wonder if that is a strategy.
Oh, you going no shirt? Fine, I'll go no shirt too then. Good luck in
So the reason, one of the reasons we came up with this concept was years ago there was a tournament at it was a Fuji tournament out here, and there was a gentleman who used to be on the Ultimate Fighter. His name's Tom, and Tom.
Really rolling. They wanted to cross two.
Oh yeah, they're gonna go to the big boys right now, and the big boys will have no respect for them. Tom Galicchio. So Tom Galicchio, who's an MMA fighter, at this like random local tournament, decided, you know what, fuck it, I'm going no rash guard. And again, he fights, so it makes sense for him. His opponent was like, okay, that's fine. But the audience heckled his opponent to take off his shirt. And this poor opponent was like, I don't really want to do it. And they go, no, you got to go ADCC style. And he goes, no, I don't want to. And they bullied him into doing it. And I remembered thinking, like, this is so mean to this poor dude. And then he lost. So not only did he do the thing, he's like, fine. And then the audience goes, yay. And then he loses, and they go, ha, that's what you get. So years later, we talked with Tom about that. And he goes, oh, you guys were making fun of me? Dope. That's awesome, man. I was like, yeah, dude. Because you also, Tom is one of those dudes who has, like, the fucking super patchy chest where you go, yeah, I don't think so, dude. Hunter Colvin is in trouble, though. So keep an eye on that happening right now on mat number 1. Meanwhile, mat number 5. These two gents have been going at it for a while, and it looks like they're going to an overtime period. Now the guy who beat, what's his face? Emil Fisher. He is now advanced to the second level. This will be an interesting match. That is going to be Landis versus Satterfield. So that is what's happening there. Those gents on mat number 5 are now into their period of overtime. And this is now Hansen versus Soros. And it is looking very not good for Soros. Soros is already in dire straits, back taken, compromised. That is almost neck crank kind of region. I think Hunter Colvin ended up losing his match over on mat number 1. So now we're back on over to mat number 3, Ardilla and Guevara. That is happening for you to watch right now. And yeah, Saurus is, that does not look good. Oh, there's a rear naked choke. And I thought he tapped. He did not. Okay, that's just my imagination there. Round of 16. Dick hissing. Dick hissing is, I think he's the one in the red. Yeah, so he's been the one that's been pushing the action thus far in. Hey, the dude who beat Emil Fisher advanced again. Congrats to him. That is going to be Satterfield, or Field, or whatever you want to say his name is. Watkins and Schreiger is happening on mat number 1, just to let you know. And Saurus does not win. This is Jay Hansen, which goes to our ADCC style, winning again. Good for him. Excellent work there. Mat number 5. These two gents are exhausted, by the way. So these guys are just waiting to see who is going to fold first. And I don't think either of them is willing to do that. So that is what's happening there, everybody. Hopefully you are enjoying what you're seeing. If you like what you're seeing, give us a like and a share. You know we love you guys. We're appreciating the love that we've been getting thus far in. These two gents now both have leg locks that they're going to attempt to try and do. I don't know how I feel about it. Oh, God. Talk about a terrible job. Here, drag the sweaty dudes back to the center of the mat. Big sweating dudes who, by the way, just give up themselves and do it. I'm with that idea. J Moore A Teve happening mat number 2 to let you all know. Whoosh, Derek, I'm glad you're back still. It's good to see. Derek, how would you play this out? If you are in this leg lock battle on mat number 5, who's winning? You or your opponent? They say fuck it. They don't even care about the leg lock anymore. It's still 0-0 on these twos match. This might count as a pass, though. So, oh, no. His opponent just said, fuck you. Dick hissing. I'm going to get back up. All right, Watkins, Schweiger. Off to an aggressive start thus far in. We're about to get a new match happening on mat number... the sweaty guy. Good. Somebody took a sip out of their giant water jug before coming in for the competition, so that'll let you know where we're starting on mat number 4. Okay. We're going to have to go to a ref's decision on that mat number 5 now. Whew. The dog days are here again. Well, it looks like with 4, 3, 2, 1, I think that Dirk Heising is probably going to get the aggressiveness of the two. So I think he may be the one that pulls ahead on this one. We'll have to wait and see. Meanwhile, mat number 4, new match coming up for you guys shortly. Mat number 3, there is a passive guard. There was a negative call for one B. Guevara. All right, these gents on mat number 5 are awaiting their decision. Referee tells them to stand the fuck back up. And we're about to see, yep, Dick Heising. He is going to advance. Good for him. It was a good match. It was a very equally a match, gents. Man, mat number 3, 10-0 for Adilla. Meanwhile, there could be a back take. Nope, he gets his shoulders to the mat very wisely. Okay, B. Giorgio. He is on mat number 4. He is taking on Jay Hull. How you holding up there, Octavio? You good? What's happening in the world? Oh, violence. Okay, I'm just making sure. Lots and lots of violence. We are still in the big boy division. Hold on. Does that dude still have his chains on, Octavio? Number 3? Mat 3? Or is that just in his rash guard design?
It's a rash guard that's just a chain.
Why would you have a rash guard with just a chain on it? It does, but but why?
Because he wants to always have his bling.
I don't want people to have bling on when they're fucking rolling. You know, you can take your bling off for maybe several minutes at a time. You don't need to have it. So that is apparently Vaccaro. The Good. Let me see here. Watkins, Schweiger's still going on. Schweiger is 3-0, so he may pull ahead if he can win for the next minute and 6 seconds. Oof. Giorgio and Hull are in a precarious situation, but yet Nestel and Scheid on mat number 5. It says, love the rash guard, clearly Italian AF, or you mean Italian AF is what it is. Like, only person I would ever allow to compete with jewelry on is Mr. T, and I feel like that time has passed. All right, we got a closed guard open, mat number 2. But, yep, there we go, back to that closed guard. Almost a pass here entirely. Side control established. 19 seconds left to go. That may not be enough for Watkins. Meanwhile, Grandy and Vaccaro, they are continuing to go. There's some interesting action happening on mat number 2. Ooh, just to seal the deal. Schweiger, did he get the tap on that? I think he did not, but he is ahead 6-0, so it doesn't matter either way. He ends up winning. All right. Oh, posting on the face. It says, where are the people watching the mainstream? It is off of Flow. Yes, unfortunately it is, Benjamin. And Benjamin, I love you, but I cannot show you the feed. Otherwise, Flow will be dumb. And as we've already proven, Flow, they have their own issues, but I like my channel. Yeesh. I think somebody put it up earlier. They're like, I can't wait to see people who I know in matches. Like 2 people in a row that I know. But we're learning a lot together. We're learning a lot about these people that maybe we didn't know at the beginning of the day. But there have been very few moments where we've seen established grapplers to super notability going up against each other. Benjamin Frank says, I got it up now. Excellent, Benjamin. Welcome to the show. We hope you are enjoying your time with us. There is a back take, which, man, see, this is why you don't ever want to have the jewelry on. Because that jewelry would have been choking you. But even on the rash guard, not protect you. Bro, we got a 2-on-1 those hands. This is going too deep into letting it go that long. And we do get the tap. So congratulations are in order to Grandy, who gets the submission finish. Another ADCC style. I'm just saying. So far, so good. Ramos and Baker happening on mat number 1. So Austin Baker happening over there. We're going to see how this continues to go. On mat number 3, though, that dude looked like the Punisher. Or not the Punisher, I'm sorry. Oh, God, that's how long we've been on this fucking air. It's not even the Punisher. It's fucking the big fat guy. Uh-oh. It's from Spider-Man. Who am I thinking of? Yeah, he's like bulky, so he's deceptive. Yeah, he's a villain, bald. Vincent D'Onofrio played him. Fisk, I think is his name in the comments. Yeah. Octavio helping for a split second to be like, nah, I don't want to fucking help. I'm good. No, it's not. It's not. I want to call him Big Pun because I think of the rapper Big Pun whenever I see him. All right, the ladies, I think, are back up. Yes, they are. On mat number 3. Giorgio and Hull still happening strong. Ping pin, thank you. Good Lord, why could that not come to me? Walsh and Egan happening on mat number 3, in case you were wondering. So you know we've been on for too fucking long. Rocha Kulo Gaines? That's not a name. Terrible. Hate to see that. All right, you guys. Give me some more love. Give me some more notes. Whatever you guys got, throw them at me in the comment section. Would love to see how you're feeling right now. Of course, we got a big UFC tonight. Look at that. Gabe Gabe Icovino. I'm going to go ahead and give you a toast right now. This toast goes on out to our friend Gabe Icovino. So why am I toasting him? It's pretty simple. Gabe has been one of the most supportive people that we've got in the entire Grappling Hour community and Verbal Tap. Always here for live companions. Always here. Good, nice people. I got to tell you, Gabe, cheers to you, man. It's been too long. We miss you. How do you get one of those toasts? Pretty simple. All you have to do, give us a like and a share, and then I will give you a toast on air. It is that easy. We don't ask for a crazy amount of things on this show, but that is definitely one that will get you some notoriety on this show. So that's what we have going on right now. And let me go ahead and put up some more notes. We did get a finish over on mat number 2. I believe that's Rocha that got the submission. So congratulations on that way. Nestel and Shade still going strong on their mat number 5. Austin Baker working from distress. Now underneath, Ramos is looking very, very solid thus far in. All right, here's what's happening. Austin Baker, he's got a lot of pressure. He has to be careful of giving up his back here because his opponent is going to definitely try to expose that as this goes on. Meanwhile, Walsh and Egan, there may be some leg attacks that are happening right now on this one. So we're keeping you guys posted as we watch this event. Things are moving quite nicely, so this is good. It says Baker in trouble. Yeah, he really is, man. And definitely pulling for him. He's got 2 minutes left to go, so you got to pull something out. And this is going to be where you find out if you win or you do not win. 99 plus, we have a winner on the mat number 5, and that is the dude in the orange shorts. So this is L. Arbright versus McGuire. So we'll keep you posted on that as it's coming up right now. Mat number 2 has a new match. Mat number 5 is about to get a new match in a second. Austin Baker essentially proving 4-dimensional for the audience members there. I have a certain weight limit that I allow people to rush at me. When it is the big boys, I tell them, if you ever hit me, you will never get a photograph or an interview from me. Ever. So please spare my life. For a split second, these guys were starting on the same side, and I thought they were about to be a tag team. And I was like, wait, is that what we're doing now? Mat number 5, names coming in just a second. Meanwhile, mat number 2, Cumberland Enriquez. This is Pat Downey happening on mat number 5. Pat Downey in the round of 16. Congratulations are in order for him. He is using his wrestling to every inch of his ability, which is very, very interesting in this this specific format that we use. So yes, Baker is he's not down by points. So Austin Baker may still go to overtime here. We'll have to see. And why do some of these say first and some of them say 1? I think there's one that says first and the rest of them say 1. I'd like some unilarity here. Oh, Baker. Oh, shit. I'm not sure if he has an injury right now. Mat number 1. I hope he is okay. He's nursing his shoulder right now, so I don't know if that was something that happened within the match, but Matt is a dear friend of the show. And it says, is he just wrestle stalling or actually going for subs? Not talking shit, just curious because I haven't seen his matches. Which one? Let me see. Mat 4, armbar attack. Could easily transition to triangle, but that armbar might be solid. We might be in business here. He's trying to grab the leg, and yeah, it does look like Ramos is going to advance via weight, but Baker is saying I didn't really give up, so I think it just might be out of stopping the match. Yeah, this isn't 100% clear. Meanwhile, mat number 4, not looking great. Pat Downey, though, in great shape in the top position, maybe just proving a lot to handle for jiu-jitsu competitors. Regarding Pat Downey, by the way, got you. No, he's just wrestling. Again, you're not talking shit. It's just a different rule set. who knows? He might surprise us and get a submission coming out of this. But for right now, he is mostly just using pressure, unless you count pressure as a submission, which, maybe it is. Maybe it is, depending on the person. Meanwhile, back on over on mat number 3, that armbar is getting extravagantly less and less of an issue. As I'm looking right now, he is out of the armbar, but still in a bad position in turtle. Pat Downey, 340 left to go. Wasn't too long ago he was taking on Gordon Ryan because we were bored. We didn't have any other shit to do. That's how you know we run out of shit in jiu-jitsu. It's like, well, who's Gordon going to go up against? I know, Pat Downey. Don't worry. Both of them will still have reason to talk shit about the other person for no reason at all. All right. Mat number 1 is being pieced back together again. Mat number 3... I'm looking to see if we have something new here. We might. I believe on the back is Egan, and time expires, but she is going to win 7-0. Pat Downey is still trying to pass. Doing pretty good here. He's frustrating his opponent in Mabir Mabarkia. Is a Kia like a car? Okay. Yeah, so anyway, Cash, that's where we left off on that. Chamberlain and Enriquez still happening. Mat number 2, nothing crazy happening there. Mat number 1 still has Ramos and Baker's scores up, which means they may be slow to getting something new happening on that screen. Downey, I mean, here's the nice part. He has proven effective in neutralizing a lot of jiu-jitsu sweeps and ability to kind of counter wrestle, but hey, that was almost a mount. You know, I mean, listen, dude, sometimes when you learn a new rule set and you throw yourself into these deep ends, you're going to have some trial and error process. And I think we're seeing him do his trial and error process in real time. So don't hate it. And he says, I just hope he does more than how Chael gamed the rule set. Yeah, of course. I mean, Chael is Chael. We got Sears and Pun. It's a good match. I like that a lot, actually. Trinity is just savage level. She is always fun to watch. I'm trying to figure out if this dude is wearing on Maripaka, if he's just got like a regular Adidas. Oh, look. Hey, Cash, we might be in on a submission here. It may not make a ton of sense, but it might be really gritty to get through. Yeah, okay, I'll go with that grip. That's good. We could go Japanese necktie here. We could do a few things from here, Pat Downey. Yep, he's switching to it. This is a submission. I can confirm. No, I'm just kidding. But I like that he's at least searching for that, Cash. That's an advancement. That's showing what we might call, a bandage just fucking coming off. Yeah, does this dude who's in the mat number 5, does he just have a regular t-shirt? Because I feel like mat number 4, he does. Trinity Pun, already looking to make things happen. It says, I'll give him credit for at least going for it. I'm happy. It says, Rafa Esparza is a big shot podcaster now. I've kind of always been. Are they stopping at round 16 of today? So the way they're going about that, to my knowledge, and Pat Downey is ahead 6-0, so he has thrown in some submissions. Ooh, almost a back take here. And let's see what happens. They are going to 16 on 3 categories. I believe it is 66, 77, and 88. Every other category, they're going down to 8, is what I was told. And by told, I mean it's what I overheard Mo say on his super long-winded chats. Have you guys watched one of those? I realize I'm saying this as somebody who is talking directly into a camera for a long period of time, but I can tell a joke. Mo literally spouts off just marketing and promoter speak for hours at a time. So it's very difficult to get in important information, but I sit through it so that you may be informed. Not all the times, but especially on a week like this, I trudge through it. But every 3 minutes with Mo, it is, guys, this is going to be the best ADCC that you've ever seen. I'm going to blow it out of the water. Geez, I hate if anybody has to go after me. Also, I've probably submitted a Rutolo brother. Probably hasn't. Also, I mean, I'm a lot to handle. The money sweep, it's really hard to do. Yeah, I'm really good. It's like, we could do without half of this. So I'm just saying, it's a lot to get through, my friends. So that's what we got going on. Meanwhile, Sears is putting Trinity in trouble. There could be that triangle and armbar. Let's see if Sears is able to make something of it. Ooh, Bree versus Fatima Klein. This should be a good match. Everybody go to mat number 5. Meanwhile, Rousing, is that how we say her name? Yeah. Rousing? Okay. She is on mat number 2, the sister of Kendall. But here's why I like this one. Robertson and Klein, both highly aggressive, really, really good jiu-jitsu, really good fight within both of them. I'm just salty he took money sweep before I could. Yeah, that's what a name, what a branding. It's just always so funny when it's like, you know, anytime somebody asks me like how I'm doing when I'm rolling with people, I would love to tell you, like, yeah, I'm fucking them up, man. Yeah, I don't want to talk too much about my jiu-jitsu and say how good I am, but I will say I've swept them twice, you know, and you're always like, did you sweep them or did your money sweep them or your influence? Probably that. Because, yeah, of course, especially when they make those bold proclamations of, yeah, you know, I've shown those Rotolo brothers what's up, and I'm like, I don't think so. I think Mo's the type of person who thinks that the stripper actually fell in love with them too. And I'm good at my job. Anyway, let's move on. Mat number 1, new match. Mat number 2, Emily still doing, or is it Emma? I don't know. Either way, still good. Sears still putting it on pun, but no score. So that's going to be real dangerous. Ooh, Bree is looking like she is about to try and upset Fatima Klein here. Fatima has to get that knee out of danger as they are rolling out of bounds. And this dude's, I think he's just filming it on his phone. Is he part of the Flow crew?
That's the infamous Matt 2 camera.
Is that the Matt 2? They just went literally to a Nokia phone from 2002, and that's what they're using to film on that one. So Bree is putting it on Fatima, and there's 3 minutes to work from that position. So don't know how I feel about that, but Matthew and Harden happening on mat number 1. Everybody keep eyes on that. Pun is going to get a fresh start here, though. I will say this to you right now, Cash. Yes. I'll leave it at that. Let me see here. I love you guys. You guys are great. I like that you guys say all the right things. So you can tell we're good fans and friends here. You know, you guys send me the messages privately that you would never say on a main section, and I look at it and I go, yeah, that's why we're friends. So, womp womp. Matthew Harden. You got Matthew underneath. No, actually, my apologies. Matthew is on top, pressing with Depresh. We got Brianna St. Marie back on the cast. So she is a round of 16. By the way, I should let you guys know this. While she's doing what could be quick work, Trinity Pun coming in right now. Uh-oh. Did Trinity Pun end up coming back? Wow, well done. I think Trinity Pun ended up getting a submission in overtime after having a really grueling regulation. Props to her. Yes, well done. And Fatima Klein is, I worry about that leg, but she is all business when she is trying to attack right now. That is why it is always fun to watch her do anything. Brianna St. Marie, also no slouch to action-packed sort of entertainment. So here's what I'm going to tell you about Brianna St. Marie. We have a new interview coming out with her later this week. We recorded it before she did it. Fatima Klein got it done. Wow. Robertson is also really, really good at jiu-jitsu. So this is something to see. Fatima Klein, love to see it. She was just on Verbal Tap this week. She will be back on next week's episode. So I don't want to say we're partial to anybody winning, but it wouldn't be a bad conversation if she won the trials. Her coach is pretty cool. I've heard good things. So, but yes, as we were saying, Brianna St. Marie is on an upcoming episode of Grappling Hour. So I hope that you guys keep a lookout for that. Brianna St. Marie now playing underneath. Delgado is up on top with Depresh, trying to make things even more interesting to watch. Brianna St. Marie also a Medusa winner, one of the two, the other one being Fatima Klein. So I want to make sure that you guys are up on that. Well, let's see what time it is. This is 2:51. How are we doing on them brackets, sir? If we could get an update, I would love to know where we're at. Brianna St. Marie charging back, may have the back here after doing some work underneath. And it says, I'm looking at the illegal ADCC moves, and Crucifix is listed on there? Oh, God, I hope not. That sucks. Dude, the estate of Barrett Yoshida would like to have a word with you. Brianna St. Marie is going to get the submission on the carpet and does not care at all. Congrats to her. She gets the submission. 2 minutes and 19 left to spare. Well done. The ladies always give you really good matches, even though they can't qualify outright at this tournament because bullshit. So, call it whatever you like. Call it, oh, we're making progress. Okay, cool. I can get them a fucking bid.
Okay, so in the men's division, 99 plus,
Yep.
they're already set to the quarterfinals.
So they got to 8? Okay. Men's 99 plus, we're good.
Men's below 99
Yes.
is also
We're at quarterfinals. So I think we're done with 2 categories then. Dope.
the rest of the men still are at 32 or something.
Okay, so we got to get like halfway down on those. Okay. Hey, this is way better than I thought we'd be.
32, all from 80 down to 66 for the men's. For the female,
Okay.
looks like there's 2 matches left in the under 60.
Okay, 2 matches left in the under 60.
It's going to be N. Matthews versus W. Harden.
That's going on right now.
And winner of that will face Jay Rocha.
Okay.
And then the next match is Heather Raftery versus V. Weaver.
And that's happening right now.
Yeah, and that will close out the under 60.
We're getting there, guys. We are getting that. So I got a note here from TK that says no full Nelson too. Never seen that used anywhere. Yes. How do I put this? I've seen the full Nelson used in EBI overtime. So it is a possibility. Also, did we just lose a match over on mat number 1? Did we just already bypass that? Damn, that's quick.
Well, for that, we're still waiting on the women's plus 60. We're still
Okay.
waiting for Kendall
Okay.
and Elkin.
That's happening right now too.
And then Sternblitz and Johnson.
Sternblitz and Johnson is also happening. So
It looks like Emma lost her match.
I believe she did, yes.
And then that's the only match that's ended so far.
Okay. All right, guys, we are.
Once that round of women's goes through, then we're done with the women's bracket.
Damn, yo, we are making good headway here. Let's keep this. It feels wrong to say this when all the women are on, so I'm not gonna say it now. But I was gonna say big dick energy. It just feels like it's not the right time to say it, right? Like it's not the right time. Okay. You know what? That's what I'm gonna put on here. Why does number 2 Matt suck? Reverse. Big dick energy. So like it's big dick energy, but like reverse. So extrapolate that one out. We've done better on the conspiracy about why Flo sucks than why Matt number 2 sucks. But, you know, I think we've just been trying to figure things out as we go. Oh, I'm not going to put incompetence. The last thing I need is for somebody to screenshot this and be like, what do you mean we're not competent? We try. Let's see what we're at right now in terms of length. So we've been on for 2 hours and 24 minutes here on this broadcast thus far in. Okay. Jones, Dolan, Sturbanitz, Johnson, Zingano, Peak, Rafferty, Weaver, and Rosing and Elkin. And Rosing Elkin should be the match that I would encourage you guys to probably be up on right now. It's interesting to see Kat Zingano in the ADCC. Again, she was somebody who competed in it before, so she has a history with it. I think it's kind of dope that she's back out here and doing that. And she's representing Atos. Might have just gotten in on that double. Well done. Beautifully timed. Yeah, so TK, you were talking about never used anywhere. I've seen it used in overtime where people have a full Nelson. Even friends like Luis Quinones, I've seen him do that before. It says, haven't been able to watch most of the matches today. Any notable upsets or standout moments for you so far? We did mention that the loss of Elias Anderson so quickly, I wouldn't say was expected. I don't know that I've seen anything crazy out of the realm of possibility. Was there anything that you saw that kind of surprised you? Or that was notable?
There was that 7-second sub, though, but that's the opening round.
The 7-second subs and open rounds, yeah. Well, you know, we'll give some credit to Pat Downey. Pat Downey making it so far again. We know that wrestling can be a huge advantage. I want to give a shout out. We just saw an advancement on mat number 3, 10-0. Excellent work there. They finished their work round of 16 for the 60K plus in the women's. Sometimes I forget to say KG, but I'm just going to call it 60K because fuck that. Boras and Campo, bout number 405. Terrible freeway. Don't recommend it if you have the ability. Meanwhile, back take. L. Jones, Dolan. They expire on time. Dolan is going to advance. Congratulations to Dolan. Well done. Rafferty is ahead by 3 points over Weaver. Minute 18 left to go. And it says, well, I'm still shocked a crucifix is illegal in ADCC. Is there a different technique called the crucifix that's dangerous? That's a pretty standard move in BJJ. Yeah, I don't understand that one either. Rhodes Farday is also on mat number 3, just to let you guys know. I think, have you ever just had a vendetta against a move that you just decided to make it illegal? Kind of feels what that's about, right? That they would just go like, I don't like that move. It's banned. Fuck you, Twisters. It's like somebody who got real salty after being twisted one day. It's probably Mo. That's what happened. Mo probably went one day. He was like, fucking got twisted. Fuck you. And, wow, Peak ekes it out. I think she got it over Zingano, a former ADCC competitor. Well done. Good job, Peak. You love to see it. Hey, listen, this is why you watch these things. You get to learn new things, see new people. You get to experience new things. We got a Cade Rutolo coming back in on mat number 2, in case you guys were wondering. And now they're in the round of 32, which means we have to do, I think, one more round for the under 77 kgs. So that is what's happening there. Heather Rafferty is going to advance via points. And that is what I see in front of me. Rhodes Farday is trying to get an armbar here. Does not get it. Now maybe trying to go for the leg. Okay. Waiting to see how that plays out. Mat number 4 has come to a conclusion. Let's see how this plays on out. But Cade Rutolo, yeah, the Rutolo twins, I think, are just going to come in with vengeance today. I don't think they have any time for any of our shenanigans. But yeah, I would agree with you, bud. TK, yeah, that's bad news. Bad form. Commentate Matt number 2. I mean, what do you need to commentate? There's constant movement so that by the time you hear this, it might already be done. Look at that. Rutolo was already trying to go for an Estima lock just for shits and giggles. And it didn't even upset anything. They just put them back. Oh, no. Oh, no, don't put me back into a fucking Estima lock. Yeah, good for you to make the move to get on out of that position. Now we're going on over to mat number 4. Mat number 4 has a new match. Burjon and Kuchik. Keep in mind, that is what's happening there. Mat number 1, there could be a submission. Nope, just kidding. Not at all. Here's what's good. Jay Ortiz is doing an excellent job of keeping awareness of his guard because Rutolo's looking to try something new, which is a rolling back take. No, you're not going to twister him. I don't think that's allowed. No, Rutolo. No. Someone use telepathy. Cade, take the back. Score your points. Yeah, I'll take that. That's fine. I would rather you take the back. Sounds like the action is there. It is there. Let's be clear. We got a match number 5. We just had an advancement on that. So I have more information on that in a moment. They're going to recenter back the Rutolo and Ortiz. Excuse me for that. It says, only thing I can think of is maybe the rule is the neck crank from the crucifix, like the 100%. It's fucking ADCC. Like, what the fuck, dude? You'd be like, at ADCC, the most prestigious jiu-jitsu tournament there is. No arm bars. Because I just don't like them. Because they could hurt your arm. Okay. Cade Rutolo. North-south position. This kid really knows how to do good work from here. So with his arm span, you could see Darce's. You could see him attacking that arm. But instead, he's going to cook him a little bit. Decent return back over here for a split second. Thought he was going to be slick for a leg attack. Rutolo maybe even thought about going belly down for that footlock. Did not take it. Meanwhile, we do have a finish over on mat number 4. Advancement happening. Mat number 5, is that Andrew Burnock? I got to double check that. I'm not quite sure where exactly we have left off on that one. But that's actually, I'm sorry, Hannah. Chase Hannah versus Plunge Porn? Like, what the fuck is that name? I love us some Chase. So hopefully that goes well. Cade Rutolo is up 3-0. Meanwhile, Poros and Campo still happening on mat number 1 there, 0-0. Quillen is ahead of Rhodes Farday with 1 minute left to go. And there's already a pass on Punch Porn. Am I reading that right? Punch Porn? Is that what we're supposed to call that one? Oh, roll. Oh, well, dumb rule, I guess. Yes, it is. Punch Porn, right? Is that what we're calling that? Okay. That's probably a good choice. I think we're way beyond that one. But no judges needed. Being weared by Hannah, or worn, not weared. Talk like you've been on TV before, Rafa Esparza. Rutolo's in the mount. This looks bad. This looks like we could see Ortiz having to really, really work his way out of it if he's going to advance. But, man, the Rutolos have to be some of the odds-on favorite here. And Ortiz is trying to swim his way out. I think we have a Steven Ramos back on mat number 4. So keep an eye out for him. And this is against Corpa. We have a T-shirt grappler on mat number 3. I think I remember him. So the T-shirt thing to me is also weird in the sense of, do you wear a different T-shirt per match? Because I think that's the same T-shirt he was wearing in the last match, if we're being honest. Because grappling in a T-shirt is always like, yeah, it's not quite like a rash guard where it's wicking off. It's actually just still in the t-shirt. So the t-shirt might have dried, but you got Hage and you got Grant, mat number 3. And Rutolo's, even if he's not getting the submission to finish, it looks like he might try and go for that. Ooh, yeah, he's now having his way to maybe go to a Darce. Yep. It's looking pretty solid. 30 seconds left to go for him. Ramos looking pretty good from his position, about 412 mat number 4. They're in overtime on mat number 1, so we'll keep you posted on that one. But round of 32. Oh, no, it's green. Green again. No! And we're back. We're fine. Jesus. This is fucking faking us out. Why does mat number 2 fake out? Fake out. And I'll put this on there. Didn't pay the bill. Pay electric bill. You can tell that my handwriting is also losing patience as we're doing this. So here's what we have. Why does mat 2 numbers suck? And yes, Rutolo, but this is going to be, he does advance, but PJ Barch is coming up next on that. Hannah is under duress here. Steven Ramos looking pretty good up on top. We might be getting close to a decision win over on mat number 1. We'll give you guys some more updates there. Uh-oh. Ooh, for a split second, I thought we might be in a better position there, but instead, yikes. Okay, so here's what we've come up with thus far in. Let me see if I can give this. Why does mat number 2 suck? They didn't pay the electric bill. They've been faking us out. That last time there was supposed to be a break in the service, and then there wasn't. Shitty cameras. They've been going to night vision. This has happened multiple times. We got that. No color correction. Can't prove that they did it because half the time I can't look at it long enough. Derek, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. There was Jordan's hairline, but then we decided to go and replace that with QAnon. And then reverse big dick energy, or BDE. That's why mat number 2 has sucked so far. And PJ Barch about to go to work on mat number 2 is what it says. Is how have we decided? Have we decided I'm not the reason? No. We haven't ruled that out entirely. It's not even like good scientific process to just weed you out of the process. So PJ Barch, Perkins, smart choice to go ahead and pull a guard on PJ Barch, but still a lot to deal with PJ's passing. PJ's tripod that he usually puts out with that leg is always like, it's a classic passing style, but one where if you do fuck up, he will get it with ease. And Ramos is now in on a 2-point advantage over his opponent, over Copra. PJ Barch now just squeezing life to make this pass happen. So just pointing out to you guys, we are still seeing a lot of shit happen right now. I want to point something out. Hey, do you remember what meme I said was going to be made? I just want to point something out that our good friend put something out there. So I'm actually going to forward that to you. Exactly what you wanted. You goons are way too easy to just manipulate. I'll point this out. We're going to test this out to see if you could put this on air so that people can see it. But I'm going to go and forward this on over. It'll be in the download section when it sends to you. So one of the people who's watching right now sent us this, and I want to share it with you guys. So we're sending that on over to the Octavios. Octavio, it should come on over your way, and if you want to preview that and put that up, that would be great to see. PJ Barch might be in trouble leg lock-wise, but instead says, all right, I'll make something happen on my own. And Punch Porn is winning. No, number 2. All right, PJ Barch, when thrown into the fire, says, I'll return with a heel hook of my own, and gets it. He advances to the next level of the game. John Combs, what's that? I'll be on screen with it. And let me know when that goes up. Combs and Sanchez is going to be a really good match. That could be an upset. Love us some John Combs. Depends on how he gets played or how he plays. So everybody be watching mat number 1 right now. I'll keep you updated. I think I see a Cody Steele emerging on number 5, mat number 5, and we are up right now.
So I want to tell you guys this. When we were doing this whole little me having a conspiracy thing, I told Octavio yesterday, I guarantee you somebody's going to make the Charlie Day meme. Only took a couple hours for that to happen. And if you really count the fact that Cash has only been with us for about a good hour and a half, it's like I know things. Way to play directly into my hands, Cash.
That's why I'm a good evil villain. That's why I'm a good heel. I went back to it. Thank you. Appreciate that. I like that. That's how we play that one. Looks like Ramos is going to go ahead and advance. It says, "You played me like a fiddle." It's so good. Man, it doesn't take much for suggestion for these people. But, Cash, we love you. You know that. So, yes. Let me see what's going on over here. Hage, Grant, still happening. Did we get a finish on that? No. Yo, did we get a finish on that John Combs match with Adrian Nez? Or not Adrian, I'm sorry, Alan Sanchez? Shit. We were too busy making fun of Cash that we had to take a moment. I mean, they're going to tell us right now. And we have a rare double ADCC style coming on right now, and Gordon Ryan is there. Just looking like he came from the pages of Brokeback Mountain. Joe Selecki up on deck right now, too. Uh-oh. It's getting to that point where we're getting to double rash guards. No rash guards. MJ Bar versus P. Santos. So, Wayne Gartner versus D. Smith. Okay. Joe Selecki also making his way onto mat number 3. There's a back take potentially. Uh-oh. Watch yourself. Watch yourself. Could be problematic here, my friends. Let me see. Waiting for some news. If you guys give us a like and a share, we'll give you a toast. That's what I'm saying. Don't sleep on that. So give us some updates. What happened on the Sanchez and Combs match? We will need to know exactly what happened there. Both of those people are friends of the show. I hope that it is, or it was, a good match. So just to let y'all know, that is what we are seeing here. Oof. Satava versus Selecki. That's a good match, too. Now we're getting into really dicey moments because Selecki has a very good shutdown style that is reminiscent of the Salty Dog brand that they have. However, Joe Selecki also comes to us from one Marcelo Garcia. So if there's somebody that you want to see paired up, it's these two. So I really like this one for both of these gents. Cody Steele, though, has no time for any kind of insolence here and putting it on Gonzalez. Appreciate y'all. We're having a good time. I'm enjoying myself. I hope you're enjoying yourself. Cody Steele's going to go back to the center of the mat, looking like the 80s villain that he does with his new hair. Uh-oh. I see a Dar's happening. A mat number 4. It could be dicey. It could be problem. Could be. Ooh. If the trapped leg happens, this could be over. And he has definitely trapped it, but he's lost the grip. So his opponent may get some moments to recalibrate here. But Selecki, a UFC fighter, now is in the guard. Now is playing guard, looking for a butterfly sweep. And this is going to be hard to do on somebody who is really good butterfly hook knowledge. Oof. Mat number 4 has been really good to watch as well. So we are making good progress, my friends. Cody Steele looking like he's just in on a fucking warm-up here. Oh, reversal of fortune happening. Mat number 4. And this is Santos, who is taking the back. He's maybe a little off to the side. He might be able to readjust. If he flattens those hips out, this is going to be really bad news. So let's get there. Selecki still having to deal with Satava, but now has him in guard. So let's see what's happening. Mat 2 is about to have a new match coming up as well. Hopefully you guys are enjoying what we're doing right now. So far, so good on the day. So Selecki's going to opt to come back up and take on Satava standing up, which I think is a good strategy for him. All right, back on over. Oof. These are really solid matches that are all taking place right now. Another back take opportunity. May be in on something good here. Oof. Selecki's now going to get an opportunity to pass on Satava. He has to be very cautious of the way that Satava uses these butterfly hooks. And on mat number 4, there may be a heel hook possibility. I can't really see exactly how deep that leg was. It was not very deep, but instead almost uses it as an opportunity to take the bag or Granby roll. Does get him momentarily out of trouble, but now we're going to see what happens when he gets the opportunity to start passing again. Oh, Cody Steele putting it on with wrestling highlights for you guys. If you love suplexes, you will enjoy that. But who the fuck is behind that coach? That dude is just screaming out, oh! German suplex by Cody Steele, giving you what you want, people. Fucking suplex machine, my God. Oosh. 1 minute 30 left to go on mat number 4, but Cody Steele is giving you highlights upon highlights. I'm actually more afraid than a Cody Steele suplex than I am any crucifix, and it does look like Santos does advance over Jabber. So there is that. All right. Selecki, he's 2 points down. Galini, I believe, does not advance. This is going to be Hansen advancing on his side. But Selecki has got 2 minutes to work here. Satava's going to be a real hard pull. Man, that was a good match. These are good matches all around if you guys are watching this. It says Tom DeBlas is already thinking about how he will humbly post about reffing this match. Yeah, it'll definitely tell you what you need to learn. But it'll also be somehow plagiarized from Goodfellas. Multiple stones all at once. And on this one, I believe it is Smith who has Wiener Gardeners. Back, oh no, that's a rear naked choke. It does not look good. I think that's going to do it for 1D Smith. We'll see what happens here. Selecki, oof, time is getting real low for that guy. Cody Steele now, though, he's 5 points ahead of Gonzalez, but Gonzalez is starting to rally right now. It says Galini's match is over. Yes, it is. And he did not win, unfortunately. So they expire on time, and Steele's going to advance. So congratulations to him. Cody Steele looking like a beast. And now Satava's increased his lead to 7-0. I think Satava is looking like he is going to advance over UFC star Joe Selecki. So good match between the two of them, though. Very technical, very taut, and you just, again, looking at the way Satava uses his, oh God. Yeah, Cash, you weren't wrong. It does look like Tom is congratulating himself while talking to both the parties in that one. As they try to refix the mats and going over. Selecki, does go to the distance, but will lose 7-0 to Jonathan Satava. We're looking at mat number 1. Selecki, always a good sport. Love to see it. Just says, just looked at the bracket. Allen won with a sub in 116. Yeah, hey, man, I tried to say it. I tried to say, watch out. Sanchez, when he starts to really get fire hot, it's hard to handle. And John Combs is a monster. He is a previous trials winner. So, yeah, thank you for the information. I appreciate that. Love both of those guys. Unfortunately, one person has to advance. That is the way the game is played. And really, only one person in the whole division gets a bid, unless you're a woman, in which place they hate you. If him and PJ both win their next match, they're going against each other. Always insane matches between those two. Absolutely. And I believe you have Attack It and Brenneman happening, and Brenneman's trying to attack this leg. But Brenneman is realizing, if you're going to try and upset William Tackett, you got to play the legs. And Tackett is saying, I don't mind. I will play the legs too. Gianna Grippo and March happening on mat number 1. Leek and Myra, Danny Myra, happening on match number 2 or mat number 2. Danny Myra's A-okay with playing this kind of game. Schultz and Cavalcante on mat number 4, but Leclerc and Pastor on mat number 3. Oosh. Danny Myra trying to take the back here of Leek. He's almost there. I mean, one of the things that you got to know is they don't refer to them as the Bolo Bros for no reason. Even without a gi, you can still hit some bolos there. William Tackett getting the tap on Brenneman. What a beast. Man, you love to see it. Congratulations to William Tackett, a humble warrior who, by the way, I beat. I want to point that out. I did win by not getting subbed. But that is a win in that rule set. So know the rules. Granted, I did make the rules, so but I won. And I love the fact that even when I told him, he's like, oh, no, you have bragging rights. And I was like, kind of. But yeah, I did win, so there is that. So it's almost like I made it to the top 16. I'm just going to say it. I think that's what you can deduce from all that. Pastor trying to keep his legs safe from Pierre. So we'll see how that plays. But yeah, Cavalcante is on mat number 4. We're already going off very, very strongly. I believe this is Jeff Real. So that's happening. Isaac Cordova. That's going to be a good match. Mat number 5. My apologies. Has Cody Steele gone yet is a note that I just got. Yes. He just went. He just won. Pierre ends up getting the submission with a leg lock. Congratulations to him. Man. Pierre's on a tear too. Danny Myra did not get any points yet, but you could see his opponent thought about inverting and then said, why would I do that? This seems like a bad plan. Gianna Grippo continues his ascent. What comes next for him? Who knows? All right, guys, we're making good headway here. We may, I don't want to jinx anything. We may be getting close to being done with day 1. Yeah? Octavia's going to double check my work. Mat number 1 is resetting, so that's good to see. Danny Myra, still looking good. How are we looking, Octavio? Yep. Oof, Dova Dog, look at this. Dova coming in. I think he's got a mounted triangle. For extra pressure, he's gripping underneath the legs as if to make life even worse for Jeffrey Al. And I think if he makes an adjustment here, he will end up getting the submission. But Jeffrey Al is picking him up. Oh, a slam, and he gets a tap, even though he tried to get out of it. Dova Dog continues on. Oh, no. Schultz is going in on a heel hook on Cavalcante. He might be able to make things interesting there. I think only 2 matches are left in the 77. Keith Krikorian is back up on here, guys, and he is already starting to go to work on Norton. He may have a Darce, but nope, loses it in transition. Keith is looking very solid right now. That is going on mat number 1, in case you guys were wondering. So Keith at the negative 66 region, not fucking around. We have to do all the 88 division? Okay. Bassarun and Sojo are on mat number 3, but Keith is we're getting there though. We're making good progress. Cola Bait, I believe, is now on mat number 5, so we're gonna do our best to try and keep things very, 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 very informed. Basajarin apparently had some boogers in his nose and needed to go take care of that. Good for him. Uh-oh. Keith, woo, looked like for a second might be under duress, but said, fuck that. Leek trying to get a submission on Danny Myra. Danny Myra's 2 points ahead, so that bodes well for him. Keith now falling back for a heel hook. I think he might have this, and he does. Congratulations to Keith Krikorian, who advances. Wow. You know, there's a reason some of these guys are who they are. Let's just be clear. So, Abate versus Quinn. That's happening on mat number 5. We'll keep you posted on that one. Congratulations, Keith. Got much love for you. Meanwhile, Cavalcante in the mount position on Schultz. This should be good enough for points, I think. I think we're waiting to see how it plays out. So, damn. Let's see how we're doing on time. We've been going for almost 3 hours. So, okay. All right. We're getting there. We're getting there. Leek and Moira, or Danny Myra, if you want to say that. Yep. I think Danny's going to get it. Yep. He gets the points win. Whew. So there's a lot of stuff happening. Your money performers are showing up bit by bit. And it looks like Johnny Calistine is going to be here in just a moment. You got a Hoffa Mendez, I think. Or is that a Gee? I think it's Hoffa. Hard to say. Mat number 1. Oof. A race to pulling guard. Tagalog and Jenner John. Mat number 2. An interesting story of their day as well. Bassaran trying to pass here, putting a lot of head pressure. Feel free to tell us what you're feeling in the comment section. Remember, likes and shares are what we need here, people. We love it when we see it. We love it when we hear it. All right. Tagalog with the ADCC style. Renner John with the rash guard. Insanes and Calistine are both trying to implement a little bit of a footlock game. Here's the issue, though. Calistine is a very, very good footlocker. It's very difficult to submit him, so not impossible, but difficult, we'll say. Cole Abate has no regard for that arm. Is literally putting a knee down on it, looks to casually just glance at the crowd. Oof. Do not love to be Quinn in this one. Cruz and Tuttle on mat number 4. In case you were wondering what's happening there. Abate may have a triangle setup here if he really deems it. But instead, looks like he's about to powerbomb the shit out of somebody. But, oh, nope. Sometimes I know more things than I think I do. Yep, triangle. Okay. Well, go me. That does not seem like it's a fun place to be in for Quinn, who may have to give up an arm here in a second because that looked aggressive as Abate made a very wonderful transition there. So we'll see how that plays out for him. I imagine he has 2 minutes and 56 seconds left to go. That's a lot of time to work from there. Cruz, yes, Abate does get the win. Congratulations to him. He moves on. Sasser and Benyon is going down on mat number 1. But Cruz and Tuttle is probably where you might want to spend a little bit of your attention. So how are you guys feeling? Are you enjoying what you're seeing? Do you want to see more things happening, such as, I think that's, is that Orion Hall over in the far left? The wizard himself making an appearance. It says Adam Benyon is Ryan Hall's top guy. That's what I thought. He's insane to roll with. Good to know. All right, they're going back over this way. I think we're going to look on over Onyx. Mat number 5, Fava Flav. Interesting. Back take potentially there. Does not happen. Cruz now has Tuttle in some danger here. He's attacking this arm. Tuttle is going to do an excellent job of regarding, getting his way back into it, and now is playing from a seated up position. So, very interesting things happening before us right now. We have a winner in the match number 3, so congratulations are in order. But right now we need to put some attention on the fact that on mat number 3, Estevan Martins versus Frank Rosenthal's coming up next. So want to keep an eye on mat number 3. Overall, I like today, but tomorrow should be a lot better now that most of the hobbyists have lost and serious competitors will start going against each other more. Yeah, no, that's always the hard part. It's a journey, everybody. It takes a while to get there. You don't just start off at the end of the journey. That would be boring. We need to see our heroes go through their own heroic ups and downs, if you would. Martinez and Rosenthal happening right now, mat 3. Two excellent competitors. And on mat number 2, Tagalog is currently doing some work. Might be able to take the back here, but just putting lots of really solid pressure all around. Ugh. All right. Round of 32 happening there. Okay. Again, we mentioned how we're getting close to those 16. So after this next round, we are slowly making our way through all the divisions. So let's not jinx it, but this is looking way better than we thought it was going to look. Especially when they started an hour late because ADCC. You know what I mean? Tagalog is now in that north-south position. He's ahead 2-0. Saucer is... he's fine. All right, and we're back. Both these guys seem to just be thinking, am I going to go for the leg lock? Am I going to fall back? Am I going to fall back? Green and Ramirez now on mat number 5. And it does look like Ramirez might be under some trouble here as Green is putting a lot of pressure on him, has one of his arms trapped in this mount position, and it's getting a lot of energy out of one Ramirez who, oh my God, that's a beautiful transition. Well done. But Flava is not out of this yet. He's still in it, actually. It's just he is being put under duress by Green. Green comes over. He's chained these attacks beautifully. And Cruz, with 1 minute and 8 seconds, gets the submission on Gabe Tuttle. So he will advance. All right. Flava Flav. He is, Fabe is, he's going through it, man. He's having a tough match. I've seen him have very tough matches, though, so it doesn't mean that is exactly how it's going to go here, people. Let's go to the next one. I'm looking around. Saucer and Mignon still going on. Minute 50 left there. Mat number 3. Frank Rosenthal takes a quick look back. Maybe to all the homies. Maybe to all the hoes. It's hard to say. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, by the way. Thank you so much. You know we love you. Got mad love for everybody who's tuning in. And less love for everybody else. 16 seconds left before Tagalog ends up advancing. So credit to him. Shucks him down nicely. And Green and Ramirez are now on their feet. Meanwhile, Solomon and Mellet take center stage on mat number 4. So we are closing in, my friends. Rosenthal being very cautious about his balance on this. Like, he knows his foot isn't exactly where he wants it to be, but he's not over-committing to the position. Lots of good scrambles happening on mat 4, though. I appreciate that. And Ben Eddy's about to come up with Jacob Ashley, or C. Jacob Ashley. Okay. Ooh, nice come up in here by Martinez. Rosenthal doing his best to counter wrestle this. Tagalog just had a very nice smile to the camera. I'm seeing the leg lock attack here over on mat 4. Bad scramble. Still in danger. Re-chambers it. He's going to have an opportunity as they roll into Oblivion, it looks like. Yeah, that's it's close, but he's going to lose it in the transition. So now they're probably going to recenter them. This would be a good time. And you know what? Mat number 1 as well. Same thing. They are off. And the referee's just like, you know what? You guys can go into the casino as far as we're concerned. Jacob Ashley, Ben Eddy, mat number 2. Keep in mind, we still have some interesting things happening. Flava Flav is, he's pressuring, man. What are we seeing? Oh, shit, man. I mean, listen, dude. It's like in prison. You got to strike first. Bro, you better like stab them with all the shanks that you've got. Good takedown. But the problem is the takedown, unless you really get into that mount position, plays a little bit into Ben Eddy's game. He welcomes playing off of his back. Yes. So even though good, also bad. Oh, Flava Flav maybe coming in on the time didn't expire on the clock. Whatever. Yeah, I think they were off on the timer, but to me I was like, he's just celebrating with 5 seconds. I've never seen anybody go, "Yeah, you won." Does Rosenthal actually have this triangle? This is a really interesting triangle if he does. Oh, shit. It's like a fucking, not only a triangle, but a fucking banana split as well. Oof. Does not look fun. Saucer Benyon now into overtime. Oof. Martinez now understands he's got another opportunity as they're going to go into an overtime period. Yeah, guys, we're seeing some interesting things happening. We got Hernandez versus Nakuda? Is that how you pronounce it? I'm just going to say Kuda. I don't know. Tell me I'm wrong. I welcome it. No, Hernandez, Nakuda on mat 5. Jacob Ashley, Ben Eddy, still happening on mat number 1. But, interestingly enough, Ben Eddy is in a guard. Now he's going to try and take the back. Huh. Fascinating. Two people with very strange guards. Mat number 3, we have a back take, maybe en route to a rear naked choke. We'll update you on that. Rosenthal and Martinez are now in overtime. So be prepared for them to try and wild out. Frank is close to a back take. A little more patience on his side. Uh-oh. Meanwhile, there is a heel hook attempt, and that was dangerous on mat number 1. Frank is? Yeah, that's the danger of the dance, my friend. And we do have a winner over on mat number 4. Yes, that was a submission. Congratulations there. Let's see Frank Rosenthal. He's going to have to react very quickly here. They are short on time. 1 minute, 33 seconds. Frank, again, somebody who's very difficult, a good training partner for years for the Danaher Death Squad, is having to work in a bad position here. We'll see what happens as this continues to go on. Yep. Yeah, it's going to be bad. You got to work out of it and then find your way into a submission. Yeah, I mean, listen. Absolutely. Saucer and Benyon are now waiting for a ref's decision as Jacob Ashley and Ben Eddy are still... This is a very surprisingly interesting match. Mat number 4, waiting to see what this is. They tilt the camera up, and the match is going to be between Vancouver and Lamana. Yeah. Woo! Ben Eddy. Interesting. Damn, yo. Frank, 22 seconds. And this dude is literally throwing all the moves. Oh, Frank may see a foot here. Yeah, this... No, that kid has a really good awareness of where his body is. And when he feels like he's in danger, he just throws his whole entire body into it. Fascinating. Good job, though, to him. All the credit in the world to this this tough little dude right now. To E. Martinez. You are part of the people we're talking about who put on a great display on a mat like this. And there is a heel hook, and that is going straight into the folding chairs. People don't give a fuck. Okay. If you say so. Damn, Martinez. Damn. Was Gordon coaching Frank on that one? He just came over. You know what it is Gordon's gotten to the point where he's reinventing himself like Madonna. So he's just like, I'm a cowboy now. Womp womp. It's like, well, I mean, she did that too, bro. Next match over on mat number 3. I think that's Junie. We'll get you an update on that. Mat number 2, Ben Eddy is ahead 6-0. Looks like he will likely win that match. Junie and Santos. That will be an interesting one to watch as well. No. Oh, God. Yeah, when everybody gets to that point where they can post on your head aggressively like it is a slap, it does concern me. So we're looking at a few things. Thanks, you guys. Appreciate that note. Corbet and Austin Daffron, a.k.a. The Duck. I think the winner of this goes on to tomorrow. So, yeah, Ben Eddy's going to advance. Congratulations are in due in part for him. Cruz and Goto. Uh-oh. That's going to be a good match. Ooh, nice sweep there, Duck. Gabe Real Austin Daffron. I always want to figure out, like, what are we calling you, bro? Because I knew it was Austin, but I think one time they were like, oh, it's Gabriel. And I go, I don't know which one we're supposed to call you by. He's like, Duck. And I go, no. It's like not a human's name. Let me see. Cruz. El Monstero. He's got to be a favorite in these scenarios, but we've seen stranger things happen. He's just been really on his competition game recently. Vancouver and Lamana still going on 3-12 on their match over on mat number 4, but there is a backtick that is happening right in front of our eyes. Maybe not. Oh, no, that might have actually made it worse. Yeah, bro, we got a 2-on-1 that grip at this point on mat number 5. We had a finish on mat 3. Junie. Yeah, Junie got that one. Congratulations to him. Meanwhile, mat number 5. We might see a submission here, but I think Nakuda. Yeah. Yep. Kuda's probably going to go. So, D. Corbe versus Austin Daffron happening mat number 1. Still interesting to see how that's playing out. You're seeing Kobe trying to attack the leg, but Daff's been really good. He was the guy that left that one dude with the toe hold of death in that last round where they just let the dude writhe in his own pain for about 2 days. Monstero also is one of those dudes who, when I interviewed, I like that aggressive look into a wrestling takedown. Didn't pay off for him a ton, but I have a lot of appreciation for it. Uh-oh, buggy choke. Uh-oh. What's going to happen here? Is he going to get the buggy choke on this version? No. Yeah, not a fan, dude. When somebody's your own size and they don't give a fuck, they will 100% track that down for as long as they need to. Okay. Okay, 2 in the 66. Okay, and then what do we have left? 88? Okay. Do we have all of 88 left to do? Okay. Okay, we can do this.
That's it. I think it's just all of 88 after this.
Hearts on fire, strong desire. All right, we're getting there, guys. So one more weight class to go.
2 matches left in the 77 to get all the qualifiers, and then we have all of the 88.
And on mat number 3, Adrian Nez versus Lorenz. That should be one to watch. So keep an eye on mat number 3. Nez he beast. Love that kid. Oh, man.
He had a crazy match in that combat jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, he's a monster, man.
He's the only one that wanted to continue but wasn't
I know.
Was concussed and didn't realize how injured he really was.
I mean, there are worse ways to call off a match. All right, looks like they're trying to finish over here on mat number 1. Still not in that sense. Nez, though, one of the things I do like about his game is he is very quiet, unassuming, but just that's where I think most of the people will not understand why the kid's so good. He doesn't have to bring a lot of attention to what he's doing. He's just very fun to watch. Cruz and Goto still are scoreless, 0-0, but Vancouver and Lamana. Vancouver's ahead 7-0 in this mount position. Now kind of more into having a little bit more of a passing predicament, going from inside the butterfly to now trying to pass. Uh-oh. Maybe we spoke too soon. Triangle could be in play here from Lamana. Lamana holding on for all he's worth. Has to give it up. Understood. Back take. No, not a huge fan. And people will spike the fuck out of you, dude. They will not give a shit. I like this attack here, though, by Nez. Nez was just trying to do that reverse De La Hiva. Meanwhile, Corb and Daffron still playing it strong. And we did have a finish on that one, so congratulations. Number 4. I think he's done. Oh, Nez does get it. I think he might have, dude, or maybe he's injured. I'm not sure about that. We'll have to give him the benefit of the doubt. But Adrian Nez continues. His journey will continue tomorrow. Congratulations to him. Then we've got Cruz and Goto still. Cruz is now ahead 2-0, doing some part, I'm sure, to his beast wrestling. So he's tons of pressure. Uh-oh. Duck is in trouble right now. This might be enough to award some points, so Duck may be under pressure. But congratulations to Hernandez. What's that? Yeah. It takes a while for ADCC. They don't just give you those points. My flow died. How is the Duck doing? He's got his back compromised. He's behind now by 3 points and 24 seconds left to go. I don't know that he's going to get submitted, Morgan, but I don't think he's going to advance. So, why did your flow die? What happened? More like the no zone. Boom. Take that, no grappling. By the way, I still own the rights to nograppling.com, and I've always wanted to make a parody of flow grappling until I realized that flow grappling is the parody of flow grappling. Boom. Roasted. Take that. Bradley and Souza. Oh, man. That's a good match. You guys can catch that on mat number 3. Garmo and Nielsen, though. Garmo might be in on a guillotine, but he's not got the legs in the right spot, so I don't think he's going to get that. But congratulations are in order. Rodriguez and Gali, though, happening on mat number 4. Ooh, Cruz coming in with some extra wrestling just for spiciness. 1 minute left to go in his match. That's mat number 2. And it says, keeps getting bumped by someone. I'm upset. Star-Lord says, so when do you want to talk to me about the drama? Now? I guess I'm free to take your call now, friend. If he calls by, we have Octavio at the ready to go ahead and talk to you. So don't worry. Cruz gets another takedown just for funsies out of bounds, which I still think should count. Yep, he does. 2 points for that. 7-0. 29 seconds left to go. It is looking very likely that Elder Cruz, El Monstero, is going to advance. Bradley and Salza, though. Oh, Salza's going to try that buggy choke again. Bro, no, Bradley. Well, Bradley, I was about to say, is Bradley going to try and reverse the buggy choke on him like Derek Rayfield did? I think you do. But look at him. The thought process is, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to ride it out? Yeah, it's true. Excellent work. Give me 5. Send me a link, okay? Hearts on fire, what desire. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, fucking Hearts on Fire, you know what I mean? That Rocky good shit. Cannot wait to see Rocky 4 in its gloriousness on the big screen. It's being re-released. That means, oh, fuck, did I do that right? No. Unsend. All right, y'all. Very excited. Octavio, anything happening? It says, Rafa Spars, it's Wong. Do you want some food or drink on the way back? Do you? Yeah, we're getting there, Wong. I appreciate that, bud, but I think we're doing okay. I think he is. Want to give actually, you know what? I'll do a quick cheers on over to Michael Walker, who just gave us a subscription. Look at that. Michael Walker, this cheers goes on out to you, bud. Hey, I just want to say this. You know, fuck all these other people. You're great. No, but seriously, don't wait. Give me that camera. No, but seriously, not fuck all these people. We love all of you guys. This camera? No, but you're the most important person of all the people watching. Except for all of you guys. All of you guys are equally as important. Except for you. You're the most. But really, all of you guys. All right, and we're back. Thank you so much, Michael Walker. Cheers to you. Much appreciated. Garmo going for that heel hook. He's got some leg attackies. John Salter, though, versus Vega. Is that Savio Vega? He's taking on fucking Street Fighter characters now at this point. Bradley is in mount, though, on Souza, I believe. No, Hane is actually beating him on this one. This is an interesting result because Bradley he's tough, man. That kid is a good competitor. Love to see it. Love to see it. So that's part that way. I'm going to go back to this. Hope you guys are enjoying this. I'm going to go ahead and see what anybody is saying in here just to make sure I'm not missing anything. But Wong, thank you so much. Salter, I think, has to be the early favorite in that match on mat number 2. But Bradley and Souza, I think Souza may pull this off. That may be very interesting. We got J-Rod happening on mat number 4, who is taking the back. This is not a great position for any of the Rodriguez brothers. But, yeah, just that face crank. Ugh. Yep, there's a tap right there. J-Rod advances to the next level of the game, my friends. So, boof. All right. Bradley's getting an opportunity to play some guard now. He's going to try and go for broke on Souza. It is scoreless, though. It should be noted. So just want to make sure that you guys are up on this. Let me go ahead and make sure that you guys have been given an opportunity to say your piece. Just to remind you guys, yes, we will have a fight companion for the UFC a little bit later. We will be here for the main event. Just so you guys know, because if I get a chance to take a break, I'm going to do it. I'm sorry, not main event, main card. Because we need to get our rest in here, people. We've been going 40 minutes left on the stream. We might be, I don't know. It's going to be hard to figure out where we exactly stand on that one. But coming up a little bit is going to be our friend Josh LeDuc, who is going to have some news, I think, on the drama that was happening out there. Jacob Couch and Michael Brakefield are now taking place for your viewing entertainment. Oh, no. Couch is looking to attack this leg. This is not bueno for one Micah Brakefield. I know Micah's used to really intense pressure and as a very valid competitor in his own right, but one thing about Jacob Couch is he definitely makes things happen. David Garmo is going to win 5-0. He will advance to the next level of the game. And yes, Jacob Couch gets a verbal tap. That was a rough one to watch. Damn, yo. I think Micah might be a little injured. He's hopping on the one leg. May have some issue getting up. Jacob Couch coming over to ask him if he's okay. Tries to offer a hand to help him up, but Micah gets up on his own volition. And Jacob Couch, Hillbilly Hammer, continuing his winning ways. Bradley and Souza, still a barn burner. They're in overtime now, but Bradley's looking real strong here. This could be a problem for Renee. Don't love the positioning for Hane, but again, It could be big. Let's see how this plays out for him. All right, there's a lot of spiciness, though. Yad Marco is going to win 3-0 over Alicia. So congrats to him. He advances. Apparently, they're doing it at a 45-degree angle over on that camera, but that's cool. Dope to do. John Salter might be in on a rear naked choke. He has 226 to work with the offset triangle from the back. That's Silva and is that Burbick? I didn't know I can't believe he grew out his hair like that. That's crazy, man. Hey, he looks all right. I mean, listen, I'm sure he could have hair. I didn't say he couldn't. There is a part of me that thinks that he is in a band in Seattle now. So, could have been a member of Pearl Jam years ago. Bradley looks like he might have the back of Rene Souza, which could spell imminent doom for him. Jan and Rocha on mat number 1 in the negative 88 categories. And it says he looks like a ginger Keanu Reeves. Yes. I could accept that now. Salter racking up the points here, 6-0. So Rocha opting to go with the no rash guard there. We'll see how that pays out for him. Bradley is ahead 3-0. Renee not 100% out of it. He does get to that guard. So he's inside the guard now, but that's 50 seconds to go. That's going to be a lot of headway to make up for. Burbich and Silva is an interesting match. Silva is one of the disciples. Oh, Renee coming in for a heel hook. Shit, can he do it? 36 seconds. Mat number 3. Bradley coming in, maybe looking to attack the legs on his own. I think Hane knows that this is it. This is going to be his last stand if he's going to be able to make something happen. Bradley not giving him an inch. Now starting to see if maybe he can counter with one of his own. Bradley does get back up. This is going to neutralize some of that attack. Salter decides 3 more points sound good back on mat number 2. While, as you see, Burbick is now playing guard against Silva. I think Hane is going to just lose just short of this one. But major props to him. Excellent work. I've had the opportunity to train with Renee, and he is good people. Very good jiu-jitsu. Love that guy. So compliments to Bradley. Adam Bradley is always money to watch. Jan and Rocha still period 1, a.k.a. regulation. And then you got Brasco and Quinn. That's an interesting match. Quinn is always somebody to keep an eye on. He's very dangerous. He knows how to use his jiu-jitsu in a very, very spectacular way when necessary. So Salter, just for extra bonus points, his opponent thought about putting up a Darce from underneath. Not going to happen. Let's see what's happening. Kevin Burbick, Silva. And you're seeing Benji trying to neutralize that good, erratic game of Kevin Burbick. Not really anything too surprising when you do train with Caltera. He is a main training partner of people like Mason Fowler and shit like that. So he's getting in good stuff. He's also training with like Uris Mois and all these other people. So it'll be interesting to see how that one plays out. Bodini versus Ferrante is happening over on mat number 3. Salter does get the win by points. So just to let you know, that's what's happening there. I'm going to say this. I think our pal is taking a look at these notes, and I am seeing some great notes from all of you guys over on the podcast, and people sending them on over my way over on the broadcast. Barbosa, Watson, thank you guys for giving us a good match. Appreciate what you're going to see in just a second here. It is very interesting to always note what's happening off camera, by the way. People just knocking on the door being like, what you guys doing? Yeah, just some random child being like, I want to open this door. It's like, no shit. Where's your parents? They just didn't give a fuck. They're like, do your thing. Let's do this real quick. Octavio, can you give me a quick C1? All right, guys. Taking a quick break so that we can have a tactical retreat and I can be here for a updated call by our good pal. Ooh, I think there's a heel hook there. Yes, our good pal, Josh Starlord, is going to fill us in on some drama, but we'll see you guys back in just 1 minute. Be right back.
Last experience was very good. Felt great to win. I told George I was ready to go as soon as I got out of the ring. I told him, let me know for the next one. I'm ready to go. Hit me up, give me a date, and I'll say yes. The next challenge for me is getting that second win, moving forward. Camp feels a little bit long this time. My competition drive keeps me focused. I'm super competitive. I like to win. That's what I'm here to do. I expect something a little bit different. I believe my opponent's a little bit more experienced. He's taller, lankier, but nothing I haven't seen before. I think he's a little bit more of a Muay Thai type guy. I don't confine myself to one box. I use everything. I think I'm a lot to handle. Being the first win for our new gym, it felt great. The support of everybody, everybody got to see what I did last time. I think everybody's just excited to see what I'm going to do this time. It feels really good to have that much support showing up for my fight, and I love them for it. My son gets the most hype, yelling and screaming, "Oh, Daddy, do it again, kick him again," things like that. I look over and see my son and my girlfriend right there and let them know that I love them. It's a good feeling. I'm going to go in there, I'm going to put on a show, I'm going to do what I'm going to do, and I'm going to win. I don't want a decision, I'm trying to get in there and get out and celebrate. When I win this fight, I'm going to tell George the same thing I told him last time. Let me know when the next one is and pencil me in there. My name is Kevin, the light-skinned Daddy Ross, fighting out of Mama Academy, fighting November 5th, Fighters Rep 11, Seal Beach, California. Be there.
Hey, what's up, everybody? That was a nice little short I directed for my good friend Kevin Ross, who ended up winning yesterday at the Fighters Rep. Congrats to him. Wanted to do that, but I've got good news for you guys. We have tracked down somebody who has inside information as to what took place between Wagner and Tex and everything else that happened in between. Ladies and gentlemen, the keen instigator himself, please welcome back to the show, our good friend, Josh Starlord LeDuc. Josh, how are you doing, sir?
The key instigator or king instigator? Because either way, I don't know to be offended or happy.
You should probably be happy because I want to give you more credit than you probably deserve in any of this. So what the fuck happened there?
Wagner's a piece of shit, so that's about it. And also, if this is not the best, ambiance and sound, I'm sorry. I'm outside of a Wawa right now with everybody. But yeah. So, we all know what's going on, the whole fucking fight sports pedophile gate bullshit. And, Mr. Mo Jassim is nice enough, ooh, that is loud, is nice enough to let Wagner come and coach his kids while they compete. They were getting a little hairy in the match with Quentin, as we all saw. And then Wagner comes on the mat and fucking starts trying to start a fight with Quentin. And believe it or not, Tex is the guy trying to break it up. And I'm very proud of Tex, because sitting there, I'm oh God, Tex is going to kill Wagner. I need to go stop this. And that's another red flag that you might be an asshole if me and Tex are the good guys in the situation and the voices of reason. But yeah, so Tex is trying to pull Quentin off. Wagner's pushing Quentin, and then I'm just fuck, this is going bad. I pull Tex back, and he's like, "Don't worry, I'm fine. I'm fine." I'm Tex, I'm just here for you, buddy. And then Mo just fucking tears Wagner a new one. Wagner went, started talking shit to Mo, and Mo's "Bro, I will end you right now. Stop letting fucking pedophiles in your school and all this bullshit." It was fucking wild. But anyways, we break them up, and this is the part that nobody saw on the fucking camera, and everyone in the venue was fucking laughing at. I pull Tex back, I sit him down, everything calms down, and Wagner decides to walk by and be like, "Control your boys, you piece of shit." And I was "Wagner, you and I can go right now. I have no problem with this. You're a fucking pedophile supporter. You fucking know it. Fuck you. Fuck fight sports. Fuck everyone." At the top of my fucking lungs. And he's just fucking walking away. So that's the gist of it. Yeah, I'm going to let you interject. I'm going to let you know what happened yesterday, too.
I will 100% want to get that. But just the phraseology of "control your boys." Is anybody gonna jump on that part? Because like, if that was the case, we wouldn't be doing this, right? Am I off on that?
Hold on,
I'm not sure if we just lost a Leduc, did we? He just muted himself. Okay. I think he's making sure he's okay. We are on right now with our pal, Josh Starlord Leduc, who, you know, he did some things.
Sorry. There was a large semi-truck coming by with air brakes, and I figured your viewers might appreciate me muting that. But yeah, I know. Control your boys is like, bro, stop having your boys fuck underage girls. Like, it's not that fucking hard. But like, I love Quentin, but like, he's his own man. He's got his own school. Tex, you know, like, I love Tex, but Tex is definitely his own person. So it's like, I'm not gonna be able to control these guys. You're lucky I came over here and like pulled them apart instead of coming in and fucking punching you in the face. But you know, dude, I'm getting a lot of shit for not slapping Wagner, and I'm like, guys, I don't want to hit this man in front of children and his wife, and like, that's about it right now.
How are you getting shit for this?
I don't know, because everyone's like, bro, you talk big game, but you're not gonna do shit to him. I'm like, first off, I had to deal with Wagner on my flight yesterday, which was fucking hilarious. I'm sitting there, and bear in mind, I've had 8 shots at this point, and I'm sitting in the plane, and I look up, and Wagner's walking in, and I'm like smiling my ass off behind the mask. My training partner Gino, who's a fucking pro heavyweight fighter, is sitting next to me, and Wagner just fucking turns red, looks away, walks past me, and then someone tells me he fucking made a post on his story like, yeah, that's right, you internet trolls, you look away when I come by. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Slap you in an airplane in front of your minor children and get the air marshals called on us? Like, yeah, like, I'm all about anytime, any place, but like, I'm not trying to get kicked off of a flight right now, but, you know, fuck me for being a responsible adult not from the jungles of Brazil.
It's not surprising, I guess, but it is also, I saw your post when you go, you won't believe that I'm on a fucking flight. Of all the fucking flights there are, me and Wagner are going to be on the same one. And I just thought, okay, well, that can't bode well for the people in your flight. But apparently it was just super passive aggressive. And I think the hard part is when I see something like this that's happening in front of us today, I go, what'd you do? What'd you do? When I saw you show up at the end, I go, I don't know what's happening, but I blame you.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah, it's weird because like you could say having a son has matured me. Also, say hi to your buddy Keith.
Oh,
Yay! But yeah, I don't know. When are you guys calling Uber? Because yeah, cool. Yeah, I'm trying to not be a piece of shit, but at the same time, I'm also tired of pieces of shit in jiu-jitsu. So it's a fine line between assault and I don't know. I'm very torn, and if it weren't for like people kind of calming me down, it could have been much worse.
So let me ask this: what were they yelling at Quentin? Because maybe you can tell me something different, but Quentin's never been that heated in my knowledge of him. Maybe you guys know something different.
No, yeah, like I've never really seen Quentin like that, but the problem in the match was Quentin got kicked in the face, he got kicked in the nuts, and like then what was happening was the match was going out of bounds. The ref was yelling stop, stop, stop. He yelled it like 2 or 3 times, and Wagner's kid was continuing the takedowns. Which I mean, like, let me make this very clear. Like, at no point in this am I going to fault Wagner's kid, and I also have some sympathy for Wagner's situation as a father. Like, you want to protect your child, Had you not been a piece of shit for your entire life, otherwise, we give you the benefit of a doubt. But being the biggest scumbag in fucking jiu-jitsu outside of Cyborg and Marcel doesn't fucking bode well for you in this situation. Quentin has always been a sweetheart when it comes to competing for being such a savage, But yeah, it was just competitors being competitors. And one more time, Wagner's kids are not at fault for this at all, for competing and competing aggressively. So yeah, Quentin got a little pissed off because he got almost slammed out of bounds on the concrete, and that was not fun for him. But that's what started the whole shoving. And to Quentin's credit, he thought it was the ref coming in to pull him apart. when it was fucking Wagner who then proceeded to push him and, you know, all that fun shit.
Yeah, that looked like the weirdest sort of scenario that could have ended with. So I was not angry about it, but I just go, I guess this is a natural progression of how it was supposed to go.
Yeah, and I mean, like, for all that could have gone wrong and could have happened, I gotta say it was pretty tame. You know, like, it could have been, dude, like, anytime you get fucking former MMA fighter, jiu-jitsu black belts who are on or off certain substances, you know, like, things could get wild. And they were pretty tame. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that there were minors present, you know?
Understood.
And I think we all kind of respect that.
I think here's some good news. We made it to the end of day one. So we all did it. We somehow were able to get down to the numbers we were supposed to get to. And honestly, in less than 12 hours. So I consider these major wins. What happens tomorrow?
Stay tuned for day 2.
I was about to say, are you going to go slap him tomorrow? Because if you do, you better give me a call.
Yeah, I'll give you a call if I do that. Like, dude, I told, especially, here's the other thing that needs to be, like, put in there. Like, I have a responsibility to Keith, you know? Like, he fucking moved down from New Jersey and fucking uprooted his life training with us. And this is a large, prestigious tournament. So, like, he's, like, my main focus. And not getting arrested and causing him more trauma. Yeah. So I feel like we're talking about a child here, but, you know, he's a grown-ass man.
To be fair, ask him how many Milky Buns that he had when he was down here in Los Angeles for a day, and then have him explain what a Milky Bun is, and you might go, no, you're a child.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But, yeah, we're going to try to keep our cool. But to be fair, like, I don't think Wagner's going to be there much because, like, if you look at the way the brackets are set to play out, his guys most likely aren't going to make it too far. So,
understood.
Yeah. So, my thing is, I'm not going to go out of my way to find it, but if he gets in my face like he did Tex, then yeah.
I still can't believe we had a day where Tex was one of the voices of reason, but here we are.
And a day where just Tex, excuse me, I came in not with a flying elbow, but with a separation. And hey, there are children here. We should probably calm this down while holding a beer. Okay, so when Tex and Josh are the voice of reason, things are, like I said, if we're the good guys, you're probably a piece of shit.
It's fair. Well,
also, do you see my shirt?
Yeah, you know, I did. And I realized it was hard because I understand your message, but then I also see that you look like a thing that a truck store would vomit out. So it's like
hold on. This?
Mm-hmm.
This America, my barber right here? Yeah.
Hello.
Shitty student who loses the PG barge. Bro.
Good to note here. So,
yeah.
Josh, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna call it a night here, but I'm glad that you were able to give us a call. I want you to give my best to everybody. You know that we love them. We cannot wait to see Keith compete tomorrow. Get some rest. We got love for you, my friend. Go take care of yourself. We'll probably talk to you tomorrow, I'm assuming.
All right, talk to you tomorrow.
All right, man. Have a great night. All right. Here's what's happened, everybody. We somehow finished this thing. I can't believe it happened, but we did it. We somehow made it to the end of this event. So here's what's going to happen. We're actually going to take a break, but we're going to come back for the main card of the UFC. So probably at about 6:30 or so, you'll see us back on here. But until then, go grab some snacks, enjoy yourself. I want to thank you for joining with us for just this far. But tonight, have some friends here on the show talking you through the UFC 268 card, and it is a monster card. So we can't wait to watch that with you. And if you're not watching the UFC, I don't know why you wouldn't, but let's assume that you're not. Come through tomorrow and watch the end of the ADCC Trials with us. We're going to crown some Trials winners, and, you know, we're going to tell some women, thanks. We'll fly you to the West Coast Trials now, which is not really a great prize, but we kind of suck. because we suck at jiu-jitsu. So that's what we got here for you guys. Do us a solid if you wouldn't mind giving us a like and a share whenever you see these things. We love it. But more importantly, give us some follows, likes, subscriptions, all that sort of stuff. You can follow us at Grappling Hour. My thanks to Octavio Villanueva for being our director here. My thanks to our good friends over here at New Ground Jiu-Jitsu, located in beautiful Sherman Oaks. We will be back here again in a couple hours, so don't go too far and look for the notifications. You can always set them to let them know whenever you see us go on, to join us and have fun with us. So my thanks to all of you guys for all of the love throughout the day. We look forward to seeing you in a couple hours. But until then, my name's Rafa Esparza. It's been a great day for grappling.